Sorry.
No, the original University Challenge.
Yeah, definitely.
To your team's latest news predictions. That's quite hard to say. Where I've forgotten the whole thing already.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Hey guys, I'm Abby, and this is the weekend Premier League preview show right here on the Don Robbie channel with myself and of course Flex.
Yeah.
Score predictions.
Yes.
Tell me.
Arsenal are going to do that Arsenal thing where everyone expects them to lose, their own fans expect them to lose. They should lose,
Yep.
but I don't think they will, and I think it's going to be 1-1.
Norwich are going down, surely. They are going down.
You would imagine
at
so.
this moment in time.
Sorry, any Norwich fans, you're probably thinking the same thing. Well, we'll be discussing the latest Premier League games coming up for that weekend, your team news, and making our predictions. Make sure you guys tune in and don't miss out. That was perfect.
Welcome to a wonderful evening ahead as we prepare to watch European qualifiers for San Marino versus England. We've got quite the star-studded couches tonight, don't we, guys? You look more ready at this point, so to my right.
I'm trying to get your team up.
We have Ty. Hi, Ty.
Hello, Abby. Thank you very much for inviting me. And when you say star-studded, you're the star. I don't know about star. I'd say star. For me, I'd say star lucky, but.
Oh,
you're very
wow.
kind. Thank you very much.
Listen to these compliments.
I know. And also stopped, does he, really?
He literally has not stopped.
It's a London thing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a new London occasion.
Be careful, he'll have you on his shirt soon.
Yeah. We're going to get back and talk about that top in a minute. To my left, we have none other than Nicky. West Ham Nicky.
Pleasure, thank you.
I
wouldn't give Ty a clap though.
It is always a pleasure to have you, Nicky, with us.
Riding high, Nicky. West Ham.
We're going to talk about West Ham and how you got banned from Europe and everything as well. And of course, we have lead judges.
Thank you very much.
The beautiful lead judges. Right, I'm just letting you know this stream isn't working for me, so I can't see what is going on or any comments, by the way. So while we get that fixed, shall we talk about the team? And go through it first of all. I know you two in particular.
Arsenal FC, isn't it?
There's a lot of Arsenal players in here tonight against San Marino, so found their level.
Well, we found Tottenham's level, but we won't talk about that.
Wow, okay. Right, we have Aaron Ramsdale in goal.
Yeah.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Pass that to Jace, thank you. Saka. I expected a bigger cheer out of both of you, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah!
Well, just standard Saka. Yeah,
okay, Harry Maguire, Connor Cody, Tyrone Mings, Calvin Phillips, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, Phil Foden, and Emil Smith-Rowe. Would you like me to go through the bench?
Yeah.
We have Ben Chilwell, Sam Johnston, Reece James, Carl Walker, John Stones, Tammy Abraham, Conor Gallagher, and Jordan Pickford. Thank you very much, Nicky.
There's loads of defenders there, isn't there?
Right. Yeah, he likes a defender, doesn't he?
Yeah, not too many attacking options
that
on there.
No. A lot of injuries though, isn't there? Lots of injuries. Lots of people gone home and...
Lots of people withdrew. Do you think that was because they didn't really see the need to be there? There's always that argument, club over country.
No, it's one of them things that they've got a few. I think Declan pulled out with illness. I think there's quite a bit of illness going around at the minute. It's a sort of flu season, isn't it? They're all having tests, so you know it's not COVID. I think Mason Mount went in for dental.
Dental surgery. Yeah, we saw that video on social media.
Yeah.
Good, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it's funny, but it's one of them things where the test was Friday. That was the test. That was the one that I was worried about. Albania had been in a little bit of form. They wiped the floor with it. This is just a formality now. You know, I think me and you could have a game up front. You know what I mean? But
Harry Kane's getting a game, isn't he?
I feel like we play San Marino all the time.
Yeah. But it's just a formality. I mean, no points. minus 31 goal difference. If we don't win this, I'll just forfeit the tickets to the tournament now, just let someone else go in it, you know what I mean?
No, you're absolutely right. And of course, England put 5, was it Albania we had Friday night? Yeah. Did anyone watch that game? Anyone have any thoughts on it?
We was here, weren't we? So,
what were your thoughts on it?
Well, do you want to go first, Si?
Apart from Lee saying, "Where's Abby every minute?"
You two need to behave. We have a long night. Nicky is also here. Okay, we have to respect.
I feel like a spare wheel.
I'll just
I'll have some popcorn.
I'm just kidding. You had some piece of Louis. We had a piece.
We had Lewis. It was a bit of a letdown, really, wasn't it?
Nasty.
No,
No, Louis was all right.
Yeah, Lewis.
You actually, when you walked out, you said that was a bit of a letdown, didn't you? You didn't say that.
Why are you...
Believe it.
No, I did not say that. I did not say...
So nasty. Lewis is fantastic.
Yeah, Lewis is cool. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right.
So, Lee, did you have any thoughts on the game?
I'm going to say this now. Harry Kane got the perfect hat-trick. Header, left foot, right foot. His last 2 goals were fantastic strikes. So it looked like he's at a bit of form. But you'd expect, you know, I'm expecting another Harry Kane hat-trick today, I'll be honest. You should get...
Yeah.
It's good 6, really.
Would you like me to run through the San Marino team, or...?
Yeah.
Please.
Do you know it?
I
Do
can
you know
find
any players from it?
Could you tell me where San Marino is?
It's Italy, Whaley.
Italy, yeah.
It's Italy? Is it a province? Is it a small part in Italy?
It is a small part in Italy.
Yeah, small part in Italy, yeah.
Okay. Anyone ever been to San Marino?
No.
No.
No? Okay.
No, not as yet. Hopefully soon.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Hopefully soon.
You know, it's nice to explore places, isn't it?
Absolutely. So that's on your list?
Well, it's not top of my list,
Yeah,
but...
so is Wales.
on one of my lists. I love you now. I've been to Wales, I think.
Hopefully soon. Oh,
Like you did for Cardiff, the FA Cup finals and the Community Shield.
Yeah.
Well,
Should have said Ireland, shouldn't I?
Okay, anyway, right, San Marino team. Benedettini in goal. These are very Italian.
Very good goalkeeper, him.
Battistuini, Fabri, Rossi, Tomasini, Lunadei,
familiar.
Golinucci, Molaroni, D'Ardio, Nani and Hirsch. I'm not going through the bench, it's unnecessary.
Well done.
Thank you.
well done, yeah.
Thank you very, very much. And thank you guys for putting it on the screen for me. That is now very, very helpful. Yes, so predictions for tonight, Nicky?
8-0.
8-0, okay.
Yeah.
Lee?
Yeah, 8-0.
Oh, Lee's unmiked at the moment. Ty?
yeah, between 5 and 8, at least 5-0, I'd say. At least 5 to 6-0, I'd say.
I'll say 5-0.
5-0. We've had some like mental results, haven't we? It's like it kind of makes you think that like internationals are a bit silly at times. Like some of the games we've seen this weekend. Didn't France finish like 9-0?
Yeah.
I think Italy was it Italy or Germany that had an 8-0 as well? Some of the games some of the goals in that game were insane.
The women's game was
the women's game was
like 17-0 or something. One of the women's games.
Some of them have been mad. You know, England women were putting 10 past.
Right, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Let's talk about the women's
10
game.
past Latvia. I think it was Luxembourg as well.
Disappointing, like dropping points against Spurs.
Oh, I know. They still let you back in it last minute. Spursy as ever.
It was disappointing. We battered them, and the referee had a shocker.
Did you go to the game?
I went to the game. Yeah.
You did. Did you enjoy? It was at Spurs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at the Hive.
Yep.
Yeah, I enjoyed. I enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy the referee's performance because twice she pulled the game back when we were in a good position to score twice.
No, I saw a little clip from that, and it looked like you should you have had someone sent off? Was it Arsenal?
No.
I swear there was a studs up that was very questionable.
What, for us?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I just go off for what I saw on Twitter. I was asking you. You were there.
No, I don't remember anything like that.
He's the worst person to ask if there was an Arsenal player. Yeah, you might as well. He could go walk on the pitch and shoot someone. He'd have said it was a bookie.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think he was the most biased.
No, that's Abbi. That's news to me. That's news to me.
Well, I'll have to find you that picture after because it looked very questionable. Kane Legg said the GOAT, Nicky Hawkins. I'm assuming he's a Hammers fan.
I'm assuming so, yeah. It might not be, though. It might just be...
He did give the Irons that, so there we go.
But by the way, I've got to say, you know, West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham.
On fire.
Can I ask you a question? What was your prediction for that game with Liverpool?
Liverpool? I thought we'd lose.
Did you?
Yeah. No, actually, I predicted a 2-1 win.
Did you?
Yeah. No, to West Ham.
I'll tell you what, I predicted Liverpool win that.
So did I.
I think, but when we played, who we played? I can't remember.
You had Watford that day.
We had Watford, and then the game was on in the pub afterwards.
You're welcome.
A few beers. I watched the second half, and you know, like you think, West Ham were in control. It was only one team that was going to win that. Never thought, Liverpool going to win this game. They controlled the game really, really well, and deserved to win the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Deserved it.
Absolutely did. And anyone who didn't watch Premier League preview that week with myself and Flex, I would just like to say I called that game correct score as well.
Okay.
Did you?
I did.
Well, 3-2 to
I
1-1. Well,
called
that's brilliant because.
Wow, you said 3-2.
I've been, as you know, with my mate West Ham Paul. I've been.
What have you been doing, Lee?
I've been sold up again. I've always said, like when we do the predictions thing, I've always said, West Ham playing really well, but you know, and he's had a go at me about it, but.
No, to be fair,
I could not see West Ham winning that game.
No, to be fair, you just expect we're West Ham fans. We just expect the wheels to come off at some point.
Yeah.
But they're not. We're a strong side now. We're like you can see. Like there's times when you have a good run of results as West Ham fan that you think, yeah, that's a good run of results. But you think, yeah, there's weaknesses there. There's this could happen, that could happen. But at the minute, defensively and organised,
really
we are sound. Yeah, we are sound.
I think Kurt Zouma's been a really good signing for you.
It's been superb.
Really good signing
really
for you.
Has.
But I think what I always say with West Ham, I think when it gets to the second half of the season, that like February, March period where you've got after that big Christmas rush, you get the injuries.
Now. Injury
yeah.
to end of the season. It looks like for
and then when you decide if you want to prioritise Champions League spots or getting or winning something in Europe, that's when I feel like teams get stretched. Arsenal, Spurs will know that from many years.
With West Ham, we need to pick. If we go that far in the competition, obviously we have to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
Because ultimately they both result in the same thing, don't they? They both result. What
would you prioritise?
Cup. Any cup.
Oh really?
I'll take that.
Cup.
If it was up for.
I'm going to be really honest here. Like I think West Ham deserve, to be honest, to get to the, like the League Cup final, don't they? Cover. They've beaten Man United away, Man City.
Oh, I wonder who they've got next.
And then
who they've got next?
Honestly, no. I'll say this now. When that draw come out, I would have said, I fancy West Ham. I think it's changed a little bit now with the Conte situation. So that'd be a really difficult game. So it's hard to call that now.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, and I think
depends what Conte wants to do.
Well, I think it's all about winning a trophy for Conte.
Well, if it's about winning a trophy, then he's going to prioritise that.
Yeah,
but
and rightly so.
And rightly so. I think any in our position, you'd want a trophy, but is he going to be Is he going to be pressured by Levy to be going? Look, we've got to be looking at them Champions League spaces. We want to get them champions because that's what they want. That's what all chairmen want.
I think that they have to be realistic with it, though. That Spurs are not a championship. They are a championship, actually.
Well,
they're not a Champions League side. They don't. I don't believe they have the squad, and they're not good enough to be in it.
To be fair, Abby, they've been finalists in the last couple of years. So.
I think they could be. I think that Spurs should definitely prioritise winning something. For me, I'm not bothered about getting top four at this moment in time. I'm really not.
I think like the League Cup with Man City going out of it has opened it up a little bit because if you have a look at it, Liverpool don't play their strongest side in it. Chelsea, still put in a good squad and all that. But like the likes of Arsenal, West Ham, and Tottenham, could think to themselves this is a chance.
Yeah.
But with West Ham, they have made changes.
We're about to kick off.
They played a week. They didn't play actually their strongest side against Man City, did they?
Who? West Ham? No.
West Ham?
No. But I think we might see that change coming into this game.
As it gets closer.
I mean, that game kind of has to go full strength.
You think West Ham go full strength in that one?
Yeah. I think because I think Spurs will as well. I just don't. I mean, Spurs got taught a lesson last time we played at Wembley. We was quite poor. They didn't put out their best side, and they got beat.
Yeah.
They don't like getting beat by us, especially at home. You know what I mean? It winds your fans up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
it won't be the same type of performance that we had in the Cup. It will be. That's coming up. That's coming up very soon. Right, we've kicked off here between San Marino and England. Just looking at all your predictions that you guys sent in, we had Bob Cricket who said 39-0. Do you know it's even possible to do a 39-0 in one game?
It probably is.
Okay, I've got a job for you guys in the chat. I want to know what the highest scoring football match ever.
It was 86-0, I think.
That
something like that,
really?
yeah. It was
Really?
somewhere in Oceania, I think it was Australia.
Wow.
Was it a competitive league?
Yeah, I think
What's the highest scoring game you've ever been to?
8-0.
8-0?
Yeah.
9-1.
9-0.
Wigan.
Oh, right.
yeah.
I think 7-7. I've been 7-1 when we beat Sheffield Wednesday.
I've been to a game where we lost 7-1.
Likewise.
Is it?
That's 7-1. That's where that was.
I know it must be 8-2, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
That's probably the biggest.
What one?
8-2.
8-2. Unfortunately, that's unfortunately the biggest I've been to.
What's it, United?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we did also win the league, so that was great. See all the gutted Manchester United fans' faces.
Yeah, that makes me feel very better. That does.
Yeah.
Makes me so like Man United. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I was just like
That's
saying,
on my birthday as
we're
well.
15 minutes in, and Ty hasn't mentioned Invincible so far. So let's see how long we can make it, because there's things at stake here. There's things at stake.
What's your sake?
What? Sweepstake?
Yeah, we're going to sweepstake you.
I'm sure I'll mention it, because they're the
I've got home
nicest.
I got home last night. I'm flicking through the set, there weren't nothing on.
Yeah.
And that game was on the Man
Oh
United.
yeah, I saw that, I said it was
When
81
you saw
minutes.
that the other day,
Oh, it was great.
and the referee, you know what I mean?
Was
like,
disgraceful.
It was a disgrace.
Absolutely
I had to say
disgraceful.
that. No wonder Man United
What's
messed
it
it
about
about.
this to work on?
Oh,
Yes.
It's a penalty, isn't it?
Rude Van cheated himself, yes. No, but no wonder what league. No wonder they won so much.
yeah, I can't.
But that's what I'm saying. Half of the position. That's what I'm saying.
Unbelievable in that game.
But did you actually hear what Andy Gray was saying? Andy Gray was trying to endorse the referee, look at the referee's seat, and this and all that. And Alex Ferguson, you see his face at the end. He was so gutted. He said, my players have been perfect, and he's not happy. It was wicked, man. That day, you know what? That day was great. Because I was sitting there to start, man, and we were supporting all that. And
the tiger.
that's what Robbie said. We were supporting the team, but then when they got the penalty, he left. Can you imagine? He left.
Who left?
And the man next to me. Because he thought that they were going to score.
Oh,
And when he missed,
that's it. It's never even. It wasn't even a
he
penalty.
wasn't a
was
bit.
it?
Well, it's hard to say, but Patrick shouldn't have been sent off though. And if he did, Arsene said that Ruud van cheat himself should have been sent off as well. This is disgraceful. But that was Manchester United. Ruud van cheat himself.
Okay.
Oh, too deep.
Slight chance for England, 3 minutes in.
Yeah, I thought Saka done very well there. Yeah, I thought Eric should have been on the end of that.
Okay. Right, anyway, back to the chats. DYNG said big up to Ty and the rest.
Big up to you as well, thank you.
Human Hody said the highest scoring soccer game ever was 149-0 by Madagascar's Stade Olympique de l'Emerine against ASD Adema on October 31st, 2002.
That's a goal
What?
every 2
But
minutes.
was that a competitive game?
Every 2 goals
I
a
don't
minute.
know. We need to do some checking if that is an actual competitive
Competitive
game or if
game,
that's
yeah.
like a Sunday
Yeah.
league thing in Madagascar. But
Yeah.
if it is, that's mental.
That's mental, isn't it?
That's unbelievable.
149.
It's 2 goals a minute.
That's like rush goaling. What? Yeah, we need
ridiculous.
to definitely double check that.
And
guys.
also, were there fans there as well? Because I mean, how can you celebrate? Because it seems like every time you sit down to celebrate, you're up to celebrate.
You just end up standing, Tom.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's amazing. That's a good.
You would just end up standing. Right, let's have a look.
Yes.
Guys, yeah, we are in the middle of fixing the audio issues, so bear with us. Just looking at everything else. Another massive win was 13-0 by USA Women. Australia 31-0, but who did they play?
31
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yes,
Who
yes,
did
yes.
they-
That's
who did
right.
they
You
play?
say
It
women,
was
yeah.
it was one of the islands, I think, one of the like Samoan islands or something.
Solomon goal, 1-0.
1-0, Maguire.
And we're
It's Maguire again. He's
There you go, Harry Maguire.
He's not
He's not
cupping his
doing
ears this time.
He's not doing that celebration.
he's not doing that. So, but what do you make of Harry Maguire this season?
Rubbish.
Don't mince your words.
To be fair, I don't mind Harry Maguire. I think he's a good player. He's not £80 million worth,
No, but it's that English. It's English tax.
but it's not his fault about that. I
that's
don't
very
mind
good.
Harry Maguire, but he has his moments. He's either really, really good or really, bad, isn't he?
Yeah. My opinion is all the players that came back from the Euros, actually aside from Kyle Walker, have all been really bad.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion, I just think that it's a hangover, a bit of fatigue. Obviously
Declan Rice hasn't.
Okay, maybe not Declan Rice, but all right, I'll make an exception from those two in particular. I think the rest have all been pretty poor.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Luke Shaw; he was like the star of the Euros,
Yeah.
having a really
Pickford.
average to poor season.
Saka's not been at his best.
Saka.
He's done okay, but he's not been.
Harry Kane, you know, I mean, Calvin Phillips hasn't been great for Leeds.
Sterling has been.
Tyrone Mings
Raheem,
been in and out of that Villa side.
Got dropped.
So it's Sterling. So for me, I think that it's probably a bit of a hangover from it. I think the fact that obviously the COVID with the back-to-back seasons probably didn't help. Really short summer and time to recover.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see when they have a proper summer off this year how next season is really, because
got the World Cup though.
No, I know that's obviously halfway through it, so we're not going to really see them back to their best for quite some time. But at least they'll have the summer off and be able to, however long the summer's going to be this year.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
I'm just reading through these. Chelsea 8-0 Aston Villa. That was not that long ago.
Yeah, but is that they're saying the biggest scoreline or the game that they went to?
But yeah, okay, send that through as well. Biggest scoring game that you guys went to.
Yeah, went to.
We want to hear that too.
And also the funniest game you went to. Like I said, the funniest game when we won the league at Old Trafford. It was great. It was like a comedy show. It was like a comedy. It was like a comedy show.
Kelechi has said the treble team is superior to the Invincibles.
You wish they were, Kelechi. You wish they were. You wish they were. They wish they were. They wish they were. They were so great. They were so great that they got beaten. And the Invincibles didn't.
Oh, there we go. It's 7 minutes 31 and you've said Invincibles.
Wow. I mean, that is great. That's it.
There we go. I'm just saying. 7 minutes 31 into the game and you've already said the Invincibles.
This Abbi's very good. Abbi, you are good. You are good. No, that's what I mean. It was great. It was great. The funniest games. What about the funniest games we've been to? Also, another a funny game when we drew 0-0 and Martin Keown jumped on Ruud van Nistelrooy. What a laugh that was!
Sounds hilarious.
Yeah. Nicky, been to any funny games?
I've never been to a funny where I could say that.
5-4, Bradford.
Why was it a funny game?
It was just madness. There was all sorts of things going on. It was like 1-0, I think 1-0 up, 2-1 down, 4-2 down.
Oh, was that the Canio show?
We had about 5 penalty appeals turned down. The Canio himself was turning people inside out in the box, getting hacked down. The referee just wouldn't give one, and he went over and sat on the touchline, demanded to be substituted. He sat on the floor, wouldn't get up, and everyone was playing around him. Yeah, it was a madness, and we ended up winning 5-4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know when? I don't mean to bring this up, but
that means he does that.
Who's this coming to?
When Arsenal beat Tottenham 5-4, do you remember that game?
Yes.
I wasn't that happy.
Why?
Well, because we was 3-1 up, and it was all. You could never. It was one of those games that you're right. It gets to 5-3. Relax, and they went straight down the other end and scored. It was a game you could never really.
Those are proper derbies. Like,
but Lee,
I think they're.
Everybody goes, "Oh, what a great game it was!"
Yeah,
great game. Their defence was
rubbish.
But
they're the best type of derbies when they're open and you're scoring goals. Not when you're just sitting there and you don't want to do anything. I'd much rather see a game like that and at least look like you gave it a go than have us turn up how we did at you lot a few months ago.
I'm not sorry to interrupt. And also, Lee, you forget a very important thing. That we didn't equalise till about 1 minute before half time. When I don't know who, I think it's Dennis that put the ball over the top to Thierry. He brought it down with his left foot and put it with his right foot. Remember, they were winning, that scored.
Yeah.
So, you're saying that, listen, we were 1-0 down for a long time. And if we'd gone in 1-0 down, the half time talk would have been different. But, we're talking about funny games. Oh,
do you think
my mind now.
that Trent, because I know he's had his injury issues and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're priming him to be the oh?
Yeah!
Good save there.
Emil scored.
Emil! Oh!
I'm really happy for that call up. Really happy about that call up for him.
Saka's injured.
Emil?
Yeah, I am. I think he deserved it.
That's very magnanimous of you, Abbi.
It was strange that he was left out in the first place, in my opinion. Sorry, Nick, what were you saying?
Trent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Reece James is on fire at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
But obviously, James
it's
hasn't played too
when he
much for England.
Yeah.
I would have had James in because I think he's going to be.
England's number one?
Yeah, I think he's going to end up being England's right back, and I'm not a massive fan of Trent, to be quite honest with you. I think he's slow.
I think he's good.
He's a good player, but I think he's very slow. What's he doing?
I think he's a good player.
I think he's a good player. Just injuries have just
hampered
Yeah,
a little
caught
bit.
up with him. Yeah, he might be, but what a touch.
You forget, he was one of the best players in the Premier League 2 years ago, 2019. And he's so young, Trent. I think we forget, he's only like 22, isn't he? 23 maybe?
Look at that lovely ball.
That's a lovely one.
Lovely goal.
That should be a goal.
Oh, he cut that back nicely as well.
And
That pitch looks
I quite
awful.
like that from Saka. He see Kane there and he thought, I'll cut it back.
Holy.
That's the sort of thing I'd do.
The funny thing is, so young.
This is a funny super chat.
Okay.
Anirudh said the biggest ever defeat in football history was when Ty bottled it at the overlap versus Carragher and Keane.
No, but I didn't. But you're defeated because I didn't bottle it. Because if you remember quite rightly, I said to my mate Jamie, you wish he was your mate. I said to my mate Jamie that I'm not dissing Manchester United, but don't forget, in the Manchester United dominating era, we had an invincible team. Second time was 1157 Abbi.
Yeah.
We had invincible and we won League of Trafford. So I didn't.
But he was
I did not
talking
bottle it.
about Arsenal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jamie said, Nicky, Jamie said that Manchester United are a bigger club than Arsenal, and I said, no, they're not.
They are.
No, they're not.
You don't think? You think Arsenal are a bigger club than Liverpool?
No. I said that.
They're a bigger club.
No, I said with Manchester United, they're not that much bigger than us.
We're going into it again for the 4,050th time.
They're not a bigger club. They're not a bigger
club in the world.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're in the world.
Yeah. Manchester United.
Bigger than Juventus.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And you're saying, and Nicky, you're saying they're a bigger club than us, right?
They're a bigger club. I'm not just digging out Arsenal.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're a bigger club than
Every
everybody.
club.
No, I don't think so.
Arsenal, and then you've got Liverpool, and
Liverpool, yeah.
and then Arsenal are the biggest club down the south. And there's not a lot of difference between Liverpool and Arsenal as who's the biggest.
I would say across the world, I'd say it's still Liverpool. I'd say it's
Maybe-
United. I'd say
maybe-
United, Liverpool, Barcelona, Madrid.
And I think that is because of that history that they had
disagree.
all those years, growing up. That they was,
Who, Manchester United?
no, Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool.
But Man United, I remember, like Man United, were when they were poor, they still had thousands of massive support. And
Yeah.
all that,
And what about now then? Their fans losing 5-0 to Liverpool and leaving at half time.
Yeah, but
great support.
Well,
We've all been there.
we've all been there.
Have we?
You ain't.
Yeah, I have. I certainly have.
Okay, fair enough, Abbi. Have you been there, Nicky?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I haven't been there.
I know you haven't, mate.
Well, I don't think we've been absolutely stuffed at home once, but I'll tell you what, we've had a few away from home. I felt, you know what I mean? That have been.
Get on the motorway quick and come back.
Yeah, get home early.
Trust me, they ain't going to
I'll
know.
tell you what, Liverpool last year.
You've paid your money, you've supported that team.
No, you have, Abbi. Yeah, you have. But the thing is, Abbi, the reason why I said I had a go at Manchester United fans. The fact is, the reason why I had a go at them is because for years they cheated and were laughing. So now they get a little 5-9. Oh, we can't take it. Oh no, no. It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful because for a club that have had so much success based on cheating, in my opinion,
Okay.
you've got to take it.
Yep.
You've been able to. Obviously, I've got to be careful what I say. You've been able to throw so much.
Hey, Saka just scored!
And there's another one.
That was Saka, I think.
Saka! It's an own goal, really.
Own goal,
It's an own goal.
Will that go down as a Saka goal? Can we see a
Depends if it's on target.
Can we see a
Probably
replay,
not.
please? God, they're like, okay, looks like they're playing 5-a-side.
Ooh,
nice.
I don't know. It took about 5 deflections. Like
That's an own goal.
pinball.
I think that's an.
This
This
is Sunday League, isn't it?
an own goal.
Well,
This is literally. This could be a very, very high scoring game, as we said. It could be 36-0. We don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
Very good, Abbi. Very
It
good.
was on target.
People in the chat with the biggest games they've been to, the high scoring ones. Tom Webster says
Goal
7-0.
scorer, yeah.
Chelsea v Norwich. That wasn't even that long ago.
Oh yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago.
Bayern Munich 5, Arsenal 1. Louis Ashton said 8-2. United v Arsenal.
also a funny
6-1
game in the
Spurs
league.
thrashed United. That wasn't long ago. You weren't there.
Oh
was it,
yes, yes, 6-1. I forgot about that. I forgot.
Yeah, 6-1. Yeah, they've had some stuffings at home,
Yeah.
haven't they?
They've had some stuffings, and it couldn't happen to a nicer team
Why haven't they sacked their manager yet?
Well, that's the biggest question of all.
because he's one of their legends, isn't he?
Don't matter.
Well, I think the tides are turning now, aren't they? Really.
Do you think though? I know, like, because they built that as a sack game, didn't they? Do you think if Tottenham would have beaten Man United that day, he would have? I don't think he would have.
I don't think so.
Who, Ollie? I think that was the best thing
no.
that ever happened to Spurs, and one of the worst things that could have happened to United, winning that game.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's very interesting.
I really do.
Why do you say that? Because
I say that because I didn't think Spurs would sack Nuno after that game. I really didn't.
Right.
I thought they'd still stick with him for a few games longer.
Well, after when you was walking out, what was the general feeling that
Oh,
the Spurs fans were still saying?
let me tell you something. I've got used to being in a bad mood about Spurs my whole life, right? And I got to a point where it didn't affect me as much anymore. And then, for some reason, that game really irritated me. So I got home, and I sat in an hour's worth of traffic getting home from Spurs, hour and a half's worth of traffic for a 25-minute journey. And then I was in such a bad mood, I went straight to bed. And I haven't done that for a good 3 years.
Wow.
And then, so like, what the Spurs fans sort of saying you've got to go?
Well, they were booing Daniel Levy. They were booing everything about. They were booing for 58 minutes.
Did you think when you were walking out there that he was going to get sacked?
No, I still didn't think he was going to get sacked. I thought that Daniel Levy and Enoch would bottle it. I thought they'd let it go on, and I thought that Antonio, I didn't even think Conte would come to Spurs, to be fair, at this point. But I thought that any good managers that were left or still available on the market would go to a United or somewhere else that needed a change.
Are you worried about him though, because?
Conte?
Yeah, because you've seen the same thing with Mourinho.
No,
paying big money and.
Yeah, but the thing is that I know what my club is. I know what our chairman is, and I'm very vocal about that. So I think that if he's not given the backing that he's obviously been promised, I think that the good thing is that the relationship he has with Fabio Paratici, from when they were in their Juventus days, is probably a very good thing because it's not dealing directly with Daniel Levy. It's going, through someone that they have a very good relationship with. Okay. So. Look, I think there are still, there are some top class players in that Spurs side, regardless of what people say. And I think it's about getting them back. And I think you can't have a better coach really than Antonio Conte. He's banging his prime, whereas Mourinho is at the back of it. And I think that Mourinho is far more pragmatic than Antonio Conte.
As a Spurs fan, right? Because I've asked this to a few of them, like, do you feel though, they've backed Mourinho, they're going to back Conte, right? But should they have backed Pochettino?
Yes. That's
a very good point.
That was the big.
They never ever backed him, did they? Why?
Well, I did it. I did a podcast the other night, and they asked the same question. I said, well, when I weigh it up, where we would be potentially if Pochettino would have been backed, and it's almost been 2 years to the day since he was sacked. I think it was the 19th of November he was sacked. Yeah. 2019. So in the last 2 years, have Spurs moved forward? No. Have they regressed? Yes. Yeah. And I think that if Pochettino would have been there, would we be in the same position? No. I don't. I think we wouldn't have been in such a bad situation that we've got ourselves in.
I agree. I thought, they never really backed him, so much so that, that year that at White Hart Lane, the last season there, you'd gone unbeaten at home.
Yeah.
And then you had to go to Wembley with no players signed. And then all of a sudden get rid of him, and then they go, right, yeah, Marino, we'll back you as much as we can.
Well, they didn't back Marino properly, to be honest with you, either.
Well, they backed him a little bit more than Pochettino, and now they're backing Conte. I
can't even think who Marino brought in.
But it couldn't happen to a nicer manager, if you ask me. And also, see this Mourinho thing. They're saying they backed him, and if they say that, they say that. I'm sure they didn't back when I think. Did you consider the last minute goal against Newcastle and Marino just walked off before? It's things like it's antics like that is just ridiculous.
Well, I think from my perspective, Daniel Levy always wanted Jose Mourinho, right? Way back from when he was at Chelsea and around that era. So it was a personal accolade for him to get a Jose Mourinho, but it's not the same Jose Mourinho in 2004. It's totally different. And I think that he risked a lot to sack Pochettino after he'd done so many things for the club. But, on really tight budget and had 2 seasons away from home, no transfers in a window and things like that. So he made a big move and it didn't pay off, which I think everyone knew it probably wouldn't pay off anyway. And also sacked him 4 days before a cup final, which arguably he's actually the one person you probably would want in charge. But it's interesting. I'm way more excited about Spurs. I was genuinely at a point where I didn't want to go anymore.
More prime, isn't he? He's in his prime.
He's in his prime. He's won something everywhere he's gone. I'll tell you what, it'll give Harry Kane a kick up the backside if he turns up and still got poor attitude and things like that. And I think that it's a lot. I think if Harry Kane hadn't come out in the summer and said he wanted to go and all that, we probably wouldn't be looking at him any different to any of the other players that feature in the Euros. I think that people just like to, always put two and two together.
Do you honestly think that? Because I have to say this now, Harry Kane. The fans turned on him at the Man United game.
I think the fans turn on everyone.
They turn, yeah. Oh.
Did
I
they
think
turn
it's
on
They've
everyone?
got. I'll be honest with you. I think they're within their right to,
Absolutely.
because the man's playing for your club. He's
He's just lost art, though, Nick, and he's lost art.
No, yeah, he has lost art, and it's a difficult situation, but. And I'm not saying Harry Kane, I don't even think it's a conscious level. I think it's a subconscious level.
But also the team wasn't playing well either. There's absolutely no cohesion between the midfield and up top. So I think that the good thing about having Conte there is that I can understand you're not really inspired playing for Nuno, but you will be inspired playing for Conte. And if you're not pulling your weight, Conte won't be playing for Conte.
I think 200,000 reasons why you should be inspired playing for anyone. You know what I mean? So it's one of them things. Like I think, but I think if you're paying your money to watch somebody, if you don't feel that they're giving, I've seen Harry Kane once this season.
Yeah.
When he played West Ham, and he wasn't great.
No.
And but I'm just saying, like, the games I've seen him on the TV, I'm not seeing his body language and all of that sort of thing.
He looks heavy when you see him. You see him up close, he actually looks heavy for Harry Kane.
You
in
know
my
the
opinion.
most, isn't it?
Yeah, you would
watch
know.
him every week.
Are you seeing his heart right in it? And if you're paying your money to see him and you don't feel like he's giving his effort, then you're well within your right to have a go at him and turn on him. Because he's actively said he wants out of the football club. I think once you get to that situation, there's only one way out, isn't there? Because there's no amicable solution.
It's a shame.
You let him go. That's it.
He's tarnished a reputation, but now it'd be interesting to see if anyone comes in January, because for me, Manchester City, I think they'll have their eyes on Haaland.
Fucking, he's lucky. He might
we'll
end up
see.
playing for us.
I've always said it. If Harry Kane, if Harry Kane, say he was playing there and he's got 20 goals, right?
Yeah.
No one, they'd be saying like it's 150 million pounds. So the way he's playing at the moment, he's got a better chance of getting a move to City than not, But what I see about Eric, I remember watching Real Madrid versus Spurs. And I thought, Spurs are going to get beat this day at Wembley. Yeah. And Harry Kane didn't score that day. But he was the reason that they won the game, because he ran the channels, he worked hard, done all the dirty stuff. I don't see him doing that no more.
No, you're absolutely spot on. Right, pause for a sec, because I need to read out some of these super chats before they disappear. Right, Human Hody said, "What is the solution in your?
That's a penalty.
What is the solution in your opinion for countries like San Marino? My heart loves that they have a football team and compete, but demolition every time."
That is a good question.
Can you say that again? Because I was just watching that.
Basically, it's really nice that small clubs get to play in these competitions like a San Marino, but what's the solution when they get done 10-0 every time?
Well, I think one of the solution is you've got to give a lot of countries a lot more European places and a lot more spots and a lot more in the World Cup as well. Because Europe has so many, and also
you can't give it as a penalty.
No.
I bet he gives it though.
There's
he touches his hand.
VAR.
He's got his hand
up. Miles wide,
but he's got his hand up.
Is he giving a penalty?
I think he's going to give it.
If it was on target, it's a penalty.
Is he giving
He's
it?
giving it.
He's not.
Oh, he's not.
Oh, he's not giving it.
I was going to say.
No, I don't.
No, he's going to look at it on the TV.
All right. While we do that, anyone else see a solution for these small?
Yeah. So like I was saying, that there's got to be more World Cup places and more European spots.
I don't think I touched it.
No, I don't think so.
No way.
No, that's so hard.
He could have hit his hand though.
Yeah, but it's going well wide.
He's got his hand up, really.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I know, but I don't think.
I think that's hard.
Do you know what? I think he might give it because I think he's hit his hand.
Definitely has hit his
he's
hand.
trying to get his hand out of the way as well.
Yeah, but if it's hit it.
And he is appealing. I'll give him that. Look, he's appealing for something. I don't know what he's appealing for, but I don't think he really knows what. There is no solution to be the answer to your question.
He's giving it. I told you because he hit his hand. He hit his hand. That's very unlucky though. He's hit his hand.
Very.
He's giving
him a card as well.
Really unlucky.
No, I think
it's hard. Did it need to be done? No. Right. Sorry, Nicky. Carry on.
There is no solution. But the thing is, they're a country. They deserve to have a chance because every now and then a miracle. I mean, these are. You might as well put a load of kids on like Make-A-Wish. You know what I mean? Like Make-A-Wish. Honestly, you might as well because it's that sort of level. But at the end of the day, they've got their right. They're a country. They've got their own FA. They're registered to UEFA. There is no answer.
And sometimes they do. You know, we always like a dark horse. Sometimes they're always an underdog, isn't there? We see it in the Euros as well.
Like the chances of these getting through is minuscule, but there's always a chance.
Yep.
And while you're playing, there's always a chance. But there is no answer unless you. What do you want to do? Start loaning international players and make countries bigger? You can't. But they're well within their rights to enter it. Like I don't like it when people call these a waste of time because they've got their right to be there.
Yeah, fair enough. 3-0, Harry Kane, goal scorer from the penalty spot. We are, I think, 27 minutes in now. So it looks like it's going to be a long night for San Marino.
Some of the
other super chats. Matt NC said Arsenal fans left early against City this season.
Did they?
Maybe not you, but some did.
First of all, I would like to know: are you an actual Gooner? And how do you know that? No. I would like evidence of that.
I have left early on a couple of
days. And this season when you mean the 5-0? I didn't say anyone leaving. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't think that's a Gooner because if I remember, I was at the game and not only did we not leave, we started making the chant of Saka and Smith Rowe. So I would concur and say that's rubbish. So that's probably someone who's not good. And I never saw anybody.
I don't blame anybody. I don't blame fans if you're 5-0 down and you want to leave. I would never say to a fan what you're leaving for.
Lee, I do.
I have people next to me that always leave 10 minutes before a game.
Traffic.
Yeah, and I always have a go.
But that's,
do you know what I mean? But if you're 5-0 down, and you want to get home, I've got no problem with any fan going.
Lee, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this was in the first half when Liverpool were 4-0 up. Manchester United fans were leaving. So I'm sorry, there's no excuse for that because that says to me that.
No, I remember we was 4-1 down against Liverpool. Game over. And you do feel like you want to go home, you know what I mean? But you just feel you can't, can you?
Well, you wait. But see, the thing is, if that was Spurs, I'd wait until like 60 minutes.
Yeah, you go.
And then go 70 minutes. I wanted to go home against United, but I had to work.
Half time, I don't think.
I was gutted, I had to say.
I don't think I could go at half time.
I wouldn't leave at half time, but I'd give it until 20 minutes.
Another 20 minutes.
And if nothing's changed, I'd go. I would go. Look, at the end of the day, you've paid your money and you've gone there and you've got your team.
Exactly. I totally agree.
No, Abbi, Lee, Nicky, but what do
I've been West Ham before. When we've been getting beaten so badly, people have got 2 bookings, so they have Christmas off.
Yeah.
So you can't have a go at fans.
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, I'm having a go at Manchester United fans because Abbi and you, Nicky, are different. Lee's obviously in my camp in the fact that you have not won what Manchester United have won. That's what I'm saying. When they've won what they've won, you can't take. But it's all right when you batter teams, but as soon as it happens to you, so it's all right when you're winning. As soon as you lose now, you don't take it. Just like us, and I will mention Invincibles again. When we had Invincibles,
it's a choice. It's not.
No, it's a choice. But what I'm saying is that it's all right when you're winning, isn't it?
But don't forget, a lot of those Man United fans, you've got to get back to London.
Yeah, it's a very valid point.
But the thing is, the reason why I'm saying it is because if you look at us now. We're not doing what we used to. When we were winning, it was all right then.
I know what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. So when things are going pear-shaped now,
I do agree with what you're saying.
You're not interested. When you're winning, it's great. But as soon as pear-shaped now, you don't want to take it. When we had the Viz, it was all great then. But the thing is, it's easy to support your team when they're winning. But the question is, can you support them when they're doing not well? When they're not doing well? That's the question. No, you can. No, Nicky, you can.
I remember.
I'm sure Abbi can. I'm sure me and Lee can. But there's people that can't. Because sorry, Lee. Because the thing is, if you're looking at them, sorry, Lee, to interrupt. If you're looking at the Manchester United fans, try being a club that win nothing and go nowhere.
I am.
We are.
No. I'm not. I'm talking about not in the Premier League. And yet those fans, they turn up like let's say Scunthorpe. Those fans, they turn up every week.
They do, but I'm sure when they equally get battered by another team, they want to go home half an hour early. Sometimes they might. When I say half an hour early, I say it's on occasion, right? I might leave. To be fair, I never leave before the full-time whistle unless we're getting absolutely battered.
With Arsenal Spurs, the last Spurs. Last White Hart Lane game,
when we lost 2-0. When Harry Kane died for a penalty.
We was outplayed.
We were.
I was with my mates.
If not for Petty, it would have been a lot more.
And we with my mates, and they said, "Come, we're going." It was about 10 minutes from the end. I said, "I ain't going," and he said, "No, come, we're going." And I said, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to leave.
I know, thank you.
I'm
Thank
not
you very
leaving,
much.
So that Tottenham fans could see us leaving.
But
you know
we
what I
could
mean?
see
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So, but a couple of my mates,
We could see
Spurs
you walking
mates, were
Yeah.
above.
Yeah.
And as my mates went out, they were taking videos, so we can see you sneaking out, and that was the reason that I never left that
Oh,
game.
okay, yeah, fair enough.
Go.
Oh, it's another goal.
Another goal, 4-0.
It's
This
Kane
really could be-
again.
This is insane.
Wow. Wow.
Right, 4-0, 31 minutes.
You know, I think what it is that really
I need to do something.
I'm having a go at Manchester United fans, in particular. I'm having a go at them in general because what they've cheated to win. You know, it was all right when you're winning. You can't. No, smacks to me or bad.
I'll be honest with you, I can't really understand what you mean by cheated to win all the time.
Wait, can we park this conversation for 2 minutes because I've got to start reading out some super chat.
Don't worry, Nicky, I can explain it to you.
Okay.
I've got loads of examples.
Pause for 1 second. Right, Kai Hughes said, hi there, just wanted to say that West Ham are absolutely massive and have got the best hooligans of all time, even though we're not going to Vienna. You are. Even though we're not going to Vienna. Say hi to Nicky, top man, West Ham till I die.
Well, I'm sorry.
Hang on, we're gonna go through them so far.
Sorry.
So actually, we're gonna come back to this question because you can explain yourself first. The question is most overrated player in your team: West Ham, Arsenal, Manchester United. We can come back to that question.
Okay.
Thank you for that one.
Football Capital said the Harry Maguire celebration towards the Albanian mafia that was trying to kidnap him in Greece and told him he'll never play football again. I didn't even notice he did anything special.
Really? Is that true? Interesting.
I don't necessarily think that Harry Maguire probably had that in him, but
Yeah.
we'll give you a go. Oh, Jordan Pickford has been tested for the first time.
That's Ramsdale.
Ramsdale, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Forgot he was in.
Well done, Aaron.
Spurs.
I forgot he was in, to be honest with you. An Arsenal keeper, and then no chance.
To be fair, he was. If that geezer would have fit that first time, Ramsdale was in no man's land at one point.
Possibly.
He has just literally been sitting there watching.
Yeah.
Right, sorry, you can now discuss.
No, that's all right.
Ty, you have the floor.
What was I going to say? I was going to say. Oh, I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, first of all, let me pick up on that comment. If that's true, that comment about we've got the best hooligans of all time, I don't think that's a compliment. I really don't think that's a compliment. If he's serious.
That was West Ham.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a compliment.
No.
I'm sorry, it's not a compliment. You know, it's not something to be proud of for me personally. But
They've made films about it.
Yeah, they have, but it's not. You know, yeah. But it's not.
They have, haven't they?
They have, but it doesn't mean it's a compliment. It's not something that you should be writing home about. But I was saying about the. Oh yeah, that's it. Nicky was saying that how they cheated to win.
No, wait. Let's answer the super chat. Most overrated player at the club.
Because I feel like yours is going to be quite a long run. round.
It will be.
I've had this conversation for, like, on Friday.
Go on.
Most overrated player at the club.
16 Anadins later, and I'll make it again now, like, you know what I mean? So,
Who's your most overrated, Lee?
what now?
Yep.
That's hard to say.
Overrated.
God,
That's a difficult one. Probably,
I don't know.
without being asked, probably Granit Xhaka.
Is he overrated?
I don't think he's overrated.
I don't think he's necessarily rated.
I think he's underrated personally, but I don't know, because you could say Nicholas, but I like Nicholas. I think Nicholas is very talented.
Well,
I don't think. But again, I don't think you can really say he was rated.
No, I don't think you can say he's rated.
Yeah,
So,
he'd have to actually be
difficult one.
rated. I'm talking like, what's your opinion on a Thomas Partey or Ben White or someone like that? A Kieran Tierney or someone like that.
Kieran Tierney, yeah.
I don't think he's overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's been fantastic for us when he's been fit.
I'll tell you another one. Controversial Partey.
I don't think he's played enough to
He's
be.
a very good player.
Yeah.
But he's not like,
What about Pepe?
world class.
That's what I said, but I don't know.
He was overpriced, overrated.
Partey's always bloody
I don't
injured.
think he's overrated. I don't think he's
He
overrated.
ain't going to be fit for Saturday, is he?
Apparently not, which is a shame.
I'll be honest, West Ham wise, I don't think anyone's overrated at the minute.
No,
Do you
we
think
haven't really.
the
we've
hype
got a
around
real-
Declan Rice is correct?
Yeah.
Do you think 100 million is worth it?
I think it's more.
Well, the
much-
funny thing,
What's the price tag you put on Declan Rice?
200 million?
price tag, very,
But it's not
very.
my money. So I'll tell him for a fiver, looking at my bank account in a minute, but I don't get the money. But there's no price I can put on Declan Rice. Declan Rice is so important to us.
Well, that's great. This is great.
Because
Yeah, but he had a £200 million player, Nick.
He is to us because we can't replace him.
He's priceless to you.
Yeah, we can't replace him.
Which is exactly how we
really?
view Harry Kane in the summer.
We couldn't replace him. There's no one in the world that we could buy at that level that could replace him. Yeah. I think he's one of the best.
I agree.
He is the best in the league at the minute at the position,
definitely.
and he's getting there for one of the best in the world. Stats-wise, it's not, you know, it can't be argued. And if we're going to replace him, we're going to replace him with. We couldn't buy Kante or anyone like that. So you know, you're going to have to find him again, and I don't think there's a price you can put on it. And £100 million for us.
100 million? Just said 200.
No, I'm just saying. Abbi said 100 million. He's 100 million worth it. If we sold him for 100 million, what are we going to do with it? It's going to go in David Sullivan's pocket, and then we're going to buy some donkey
if he
from
wants
Europe.
to go, like, he's going to come to the stage where it's going to be like where he's want to go.
Once he wants to go, he'll go with our blessing, and that's the thing. He'll go with our blessing, unless we're up there challenging.
Yeah.
You know, if he turns around next year and turns around and says, "Look, I've enjoyed my time here, but I want to go and, you know, play with the elite and win the big trophies," and he wants to go to Man City or Chelsea or something. Yeah.
He wants to play with Mason Mount, doesn't he?
Oh, look at that from Saka.
I don't know whether he does.
I think he would have been the perfect signing for Manchester United in the summer. He would have been exactly what they needed.
Another penalty.
It's another penalty. I don't like the disrespect that he gets from the clubs like that. I don't think, because he's loved at West Ham. Yeah. And if he went to a Manchester United, they already say he's overrated. It'll only take him to make 4 misplaced passes, and then he'll be you know, look what they're doing to Fred. Look what they're doing to McTominay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but in terms of when I look at their team, who I feel like they should have signed,
Seriously, that is not a penalty.
It could be.
What is going on here?
That isn't a penalty.
Oh, he's give it.
That isn't a penalty. But that's
I didn't even know he'd give it. I'm not even looking at the game.
He's got to go to VAR on this one.
But that's fascinating what you and Abbi said, Nicky, because Abbi said price tag. What's the price tag? Remember, that was by Jesse J, so that's fantastic. Well done. And then Nicky, you said that, I think, what did you say? You said something that rhymes. Price, Rice. Fantastic. You actually rhymed Declan Rice with Price, so that's very, very good. But I thought what David Moyes said, I don't know what programme it was on, David Moyes said that £100 million for Declan Rice was a bargain. And you know what?
Listen,
I think it's
everybody having a go at it. People saying he's a 40-50 million pound player. No. If Harry Maguire is an 80 million pound player, I'm worth 4.
No, but Nicky, I'm not having a go at David Moyes. I think it's great. Because he said that it was a bargain at that time. I think it's great. Yeah. No, because the thing is, what David Moyes is saying now is that I'm not selling him unless I'm not selling him unless he wants to go and it's stupid money.
That's great.
It's a brilliant penalty.
That is so good.
You know, so I like the way David Moyes is carrying on. I like the way David Moyes is carrying on.
I always put it against Maguire. Adam McCullough.
Can we just have a look at that again? Oh,
Adam McCullough. That was superb. What, the Manchester United fan?
Yeah, Adam McCullough said we had a word on Twitter once, and he was saying like it's nowhere near.
It's against San Marino.
I don't care. Still, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying what a penalty that is. Unbelievable.
The goal's the same size whether you're playing San Marino or Argentina.
Exactly. What a pen that is. 5-0 to Arsenal. 5-0 to England. I've got Arsenal on the brain with all of you.
Has he got a hat-trick, Kane?
That is.
He's got 2
hat-tricks in 2 games.
And that is a Harry Kane hat-trick. You did. There we go. You said that is a hat-trick for Harry Kane in 12 minutes. Again, it is San Marino.
And incidentally, that's about the amount of good minutes you've seen him for Spurs this year. 12.
I have to say, this is the best I've seen of him.
So what was you saying, Nicky? Sorry, Adam McCullough said what on Twitter?
No, he just said he wasn't worth the money.
Why does he say? But how does he know that? He doesn't support West Ham. So how does he know?
No, I'm just saying he's talking as a Man United fan as he gets. Of course. But I always compare. If you're going to pay £80 million for Maguire,
yes, absolutely.
What about for you, Abbi, then, Tottenham players?
Yeah,
overrated.
Reguilon.
No, I like him.
Reguilon.
I don't think he's that rated though, is he?
He was hyped to fuck when he first came, wasn't he, Reguilon?
Lo Celso for me.
Lo Celso.
He's done nothing but disappoint me, and I want him to be better. Because there is a very you don't get away with like Lionel Messi saying that he's one of the best players he's ever played with, and he's the reason that they won that trophy for Argentina. You don't get away with that if you don't, you know, you're not a special player. There's just, I haven't seen anything for Spurs.
What
about a player that's been so bad that he's become a cult hero?
Oh God, we've got loads as well.
Yeah.
Sissoko, and then turned it around for himself a little bit.
But he
Pavlyuchenko was not exactly fantastic.
Roman Pavlyuchenko.
What I absolutely love Roman Pavlyuchenko.
Wasn't he the time of Sergei Rebrov as well?
That was around. I think you signed Arshavin.
Andre, yes.
Andre Arshavin.
Yeah. It's another goal for Kane.
It's another goal.
He scored 4
before half time.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just make a quick prediction of what we think this is actually going to end up as.
It's going to be 20.
It's going to be 10.
Do you think it's going to be over?
No, he'll make a load of substitutions.
It'll cut down, but it'll be 10 by...
10 by...
70th minute, I reckon.
Final score?
They're playing, I think they're playing match attacks.
10-0.
Yeah, it's going to be about to match attacks. Very good.
10-0?
Yeah. It'd be nice to see England get double figures, surely. I'm not saying...
Oh, yeah. This surely will hit double figures. I'll tell you what, if anyone was low on confidence,
this could be a 12-0. I said 8, and I'm looked like a fool.
I said 5 to 8.
Depends though, because they went on a rampage the first half the other day, and it all depends on what Southgate's going to be thinking second half. Because I bet about half this team come off half time because there's going to be Premier League managers on the phone to him now going, "Come on,
can we watch the Scotland game second half?"
Are you not enjoying this, Lee?
No. I've got to safely say I'm not.
Harry
Kane got 4 goals, and other than that, it ain't been a great game, has it?
Make sure you guys put in the chat as well who you think your most overrated player is. Can be from any club, any country, any position.
Scotland are currently winning 1-0 as well.
Maybe Kieran scored.
Apparently Scotland are winning 1-0.
Oh, Will would be happy about that.
Yeah.
I miss Will.
When that song comes on, I always think of Will.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
Will was so happy.
I think he's one of the best guests that's ever been on here.
He was lovely, wasn't he? We need to get Will back on.
Will,
you remember Will?
Scottish Will.
Yes.
Petition to get Will back on the show.
Well.
Will.
Yeah, Will. No.
We will.
We will.
Very good, Abby. Very good. I'm saying wow because
imagine
I remember
when we're all here next time.
Which I mean,
if Scotland, I don't know what Scotland's predicament are like because I don't.
Yeah, if Scotland will qualify or not.
They will qualify.
They will qualify.
I hope they do.
But if they qualify, imagine the next time we'll be sitting here watching a tournament, we'll be having mince pies.
It'll be this time next year.
Christmas turkey and that.
We'll be ready to. I believe it kicks off on the 24th of November.
It does, but it goes through to about the 20th of December.
Yeah, the first game's back to Boxing Day, aren't they?
So we can watch the World Cup final and go out for our Christmas party.
We can.
Actually, that's
a banging idea.
That's a very good point. We still need to organise that Christmas party.
And they're pausing the Premier League, aren't they?
They are pausing the Premier League.
Wow, it's fascinating. But then, Nicky,
the Christmas party for this year or next year?
No,
next year for the World Cup.
For this year.
Oh yeah, the Christmas party. That is
high on the agenda. High on the agenda.
So high on the agenda. It ain't been arranged in November.
You've got the invite.
Will I be going to the Christmas party? Well, clearly not. If it's already been sent out.
No, there's been no invitation sent out, Abby.
Do you want that lift
and
home?
if they have.
No, I'm saying about they have a Christmas party.
Wow.
Don't say anything.
Abby, don't let Lee wind you up. There's been no invitations.
At this moment in time, Lee is not getting the lift home.
So I wouldn't want to go to that party, Abby. Like.
No, you wouldn't want to go to that party, would you, Lee?
Why would you want to go, Lee?
You wouldn't. Absolutely not. Right, so super chats. John Fax Jensen, as a Dane, I remember his goal.
Yes. Yeah, is he talking about the one in the European Championships when they beat Germany in 1992?
Right, can I? Oh, sorry. Can I just say something? On the Invincibles podcast, I went 5-0 and Robbie went 6
for this game.
Right, yeah.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
my mate, so please, I'm going to cheer. If Harry Kane gets one there, I'll cheer him because I don't want him winning it, getting the points. So if Harry Kane does not score now, I'll tell you now.
No, I hope he doesn't. Right, another super chat.
Come on, England!
From Spells, who said Kane could beat Rooney's record by the end of the night. Tierney got the assist. I assume that was for Scotland.
Oh, well done, Kieran. You did that well done.
That's really impressive. He's got one for England.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Go on, oh, that's just someone score!
Aaron Broom said Grimsby Town could beat San Marino.
Grimsby Town, Southend, I'll tell you what, my Vex team could give these a game, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you someone who could, like seriously, #United would give these a game.
Oh, yeah, Wolf from Heavy Vex, we'd be 2-0 up by now.
Grimsby Town, the Mariners.
Grimsby Town.
Grimsby
Are they
Town.
called the Mariners?
Do you remember when
I don't know what they're called.
years
Yeah,
ago
they're called
when they
Ravens.
won 5? Was it 5-2?
Who?
Was it freezing cold? 4-1 or something. Charlie Nichols got hat trick.
Oh wow, that's going back ages. Wow. Grimsby.
Lots of people saying Mount Ziyech or Pulisic is overrated. Really, that's such a big.
Go on!
That's a
Oh, Harry!
God, you've sprung into
Harry,
life, haven't
it's
you?
Harry now, is it?
Yes, it's
I
Harry
can't
now.
believe this.
Crazy
Sir
Diamonds.
Harry.
Sir Harry.
Sir who?
Crazy Diamonds and AFTV hyped Partey so much he can barely stay fit now. Agree with Lee, he is only okay.
No,
No,
he's
he's good player, he's
good,
good
but
player.
he's not like as great as everybody says he is.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, he needs to be fit, isn't it? So I
Yeah,
like him. I like
so
him.
I'm right then, aren't I? Are you agreeing?
I think you.
I don't think we've seen. I don't think we've seen the best of him to say that he's not that good.
Yeah, but everybody goes, oh, party this, party that.
Because he's a top player, isn't it?
He's a good player, but he's not.
I think because you see when he's been fit, but you know I think you can't judge him yet until he plays consistently.
Well, there's only one man that can judge him.
Week in, week out. oh, look at that! Look at that! You can't judge him. Look at that! I didn't even mean that.
I'll tell you what,
that's poetry in motion.
you should be a politician because you've dodged the question.
Dodge
every
what
single
question?
time.
But it's probably the most difficult question you can ask him.
Oh, well off Blacker.
I don't think so. I think so. I don't worry. But before the end of the night, Nicky, I will give you at least 10 examples why Manchester United have cheated to win.
Don't worry, we've got lots of time
No,
in the second
that's
half.
all right.
Tell me that at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, what you don't wanna know anymore?
What, you
Oh,
want to have
Thomas.
your ear chewed off all night? About that?
Listen,
Don't you want to enjoy yourself?
Nicky,
6-0 at half time.
you know the Nicky. The funny thing is, right? The Manchester United fans, they never say nothing to me because they know I'm right. They can never say anything because they know I'm right.
I think they do.
No, they don't. But they don't. They always.
Half-time.
They don't. They
Right.
don't say nothing.
Okay, pause that for a sec. It is now half time in this
Yeah.
game. Lee, what's your thoughts so far?
Oh, it's been a wonderful evening. It's been a wonderful evening.
Take your hat off.
Harry Kane is actually.
I will say-
Can I just say, my mum always says if you wear your hat inside, you will not feel
Benefit.
the warmth, and the benefit will
Yeah.
go outside.
But it's bleeding cold in here.
It
It's
is cold
not
in
cold
here.
in here.
It
It's
is
cold in
cold.
here.
Bit
Actually,
in here,
colder
please.
in here than it is out there.
It is cold in
It
here.
is cold in here, huh?
Just
Yeah,
to let you know, Harry Kane draws level
And your
with
mum's
Gary
sensible,
Lineker.
'cause
She's
she's
very
right.
sensible. Harry Kane draws level with Gary Lineker and 48 goals for England.
Wow.
Wow.
And Gary Lineker
48 goals.
Yeah.
could have
He
got
could
49.
break the record tonight then.
But Gary Lineker could
What
have
is the
broken
record?
52,
50 something.
innit? Rooney?
I don't know.
think
He might well do it, like, you know what I mean? But didn't really these goals count, did they say?
Well,
They'll count.
Can only be what's in front of
Can't be
you.
like, my mate, but
They've
West Ham
counted
Post
Lineker's
texting me
once.
like going, oh, Harry Kane, like,
Can
you know
only
what I mean?
be what's in front of you. Don't see anyone else chipping in.
Well, funny enough, I've got a quick trivia quiz. Lineker could have had 49 goals.
Brazil.
What happened? What did he do?
He done the old dink one, didn't he?
Absolutely
Still
correct.
record.
He tried to do a Panenka, and the Brazilian goalkeeper kicked
Gary
it.
Lineker
Funny,
tried
I was at that game, funny enough.
Yeah, he didn't go.
Right, let's have a look and see what else you guys have said. Chenar said Bruno is overrated. He just spams crosses into the box. Wildlife Nature Channel said David Bentley. That was a very good shout, but that's just a flop, isn't it? It was.
Yeah, David Bentley. Yeah, he was overrated.
We all had him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good player. He was a good player, though.
What was he?
We weren't by the time
He's
he
not
got
as
to
good
us.
as he's
He
not as
won
good.
when he got to us.
He's not as good as he thought he was. And the funny thing is, I have to go into a quick story. I love talking about him because
You
there
love
was one
talking.
time when we played at Emirates, and he said he was quoted in a paper which I won't name, but it's basically a comic paper. That's meant to be big, but it's a comic basically.
Right, yeah.
But it's a
We
big
know the
paper.
one you're on about,
and it's about the weather, but it's a comic, but it's a
Is he up in the sky? Is it?
Is it yellow?
Why is he saying what it is? Right. Hey, if you ain't got a daughter, you've got a...
Anyway, so
Fucking
I actually spoke to him and it was quite funny. So we played because he was in the paper and he was quoted as saying that if I score at Emirates, it'd be the best moment of my career. So I went to reserve game against Tottenham when Tottenham used to play at Leyton Orient, and I didn't go to I wasn't in the game because I came in late and Sanchez was there and I was chatting to him. So I saw David Bentley now. I said, yes, I want to talk to him. So all the Tottenham fans are saying, David, can I have pictures and all that? So I came up all in my Arsenal game and he thought I wanted a picture. And I said to him, so David, why are you all slagging us off? And he looked at me and he said, I don't slag you up, I don't slag you up. I said, so you didn't say that if you score Emirates, it will be the greatest moment of your career. And he said, oh, I was misquoted. And he drove away. It was hilarious.
I mean, I have to say, he did score at the Emirates.
Surprised.
He scored one goal.
He scored an out, won the goal.
No, he did. But what I'm saying is that he was quoted as saying that'd be the best moment of my career.
Cuffy boy.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
To be fair, mate, it probably was the best moment.
Yeah,
of his
it didn't
career.
have many, highlights in it.
He didn't do much then, did he?
No.
No, but it was a fantastic goal that he did
It
score.
was a fantastic goal.
So he was very unlucky.
He was unlucky about what? He was unlucky
why
about.
he was unlucky
Because he was arrogant.
As a player coming up through the ranks, he had to go through Bergkamp, Lundberg, and Perez.
Yeah.
It was never going to happen. As good as he was, so he had to move on. Like it was, you know.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Timing. Timing is a key.
No, but he was
absolutely.
no,
timing is
but
everything.
Lee, I disagree. He was too overrated because the rumours are he said I should be in the team. How can you? How do you expect to be in that team? I should be in the team. That's what he was saying.
Well, every young player's got a chance to prove
and also, listen.
I spoke to him and he's actually said, look, I had no chance of getting through those players. You know what I mean? Like, but he's going to try. You know what I mean?
He's going to try.
I think he went to. Was it Norwich or Blackburn? He had a brilliant time at Blackburn.
A brilliant time about Blackburn. He scored a hat-trick against Manchester United.
Yeah, he's brilliant. It's just it was timing. Sometimes it happens, isn't it?
Yeah,
lots of players are like that, and they fall out.
Do you know, like I'll tell you, a perfect example is someone like Nicholas Anelka, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, if he would have been 5 years earlier, he would have never got in over Ian Wright.
That's true.
But because Ian Wright was coming to the end of his career at that time, it was just timing. It was just sometimes you have to have that little bit of luck.
Yeah, but he was. I think David was very arrogant.
I'll tell you something about Harry Kane. This is a true story with Harry Kane. Harry Kane would not be a Spurs player now if it wasn't for the signing of Salgado.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh right.
You forget Harry Kane went on loan I think 6 times or 5 times.
No, but is it not?
And if Salgado would have been a success,
he would never have
got in. But the fact is, he wasn't scoring goals, and he started scoring in the Europa League.
He scored in the Europa League. He came on against Aston Villa because it was a dire situation. I think we still had Abbi at the time.
Oh my gosh!
And then again, it was a terrible situation. He came on and he got that deflected free kick, and the rest is history.
But it's weird though, isn't it? Because, like to my money, when I think about who they, because that was from the Bale money, wasn't it? Salgado and
yeah, they signed 7 players.
They signed 7 players. Ericsson was one of them, which was a success.
Well, out of the, I think yes, out of the 7, I think it was 7. That the only good ones was Ericsson.
And Lamella.
Chadley was there.
Yeah,
and that's Chadley.
But it took Lamella a long time to win.
I'll tell you what, Lamella never fulfilled his talent.
No,
he was a great player.
Out of all the players that we had, he was not the one that we would have probably wanted to go.
But then
he had lots of ability.
But they was quite fortunate at Tottenham at the time because Salgado was the big money, wasn't he? He was the big money man.
Yes,
and he didn't hit.
No,
and it just so happened that they sold a player for £100 million, and they had £150 million striker in their ranks.
Yeah, but they didn't realise it.
They didn't know. No, they didn't know. It was a complete accident. Because I mean, even to Spurs fans, I mean, I don't know whether you know Flav Bateman. You know Flav?
No.
He was quoted as saying like he's never going to make it at Tottenham.
Who?
Flav. You know Flav?
Is he still there now?
Who, Flav?
Yeah.
Is he still at Tottenham?
Do you know when Harry Kane was younger, they'd have goal scorers and things like that. They'd have he'd be playing in the youth team.
So England's all-time. Wait 1 minute, Lee. England's all-time leading scorers: Wayne Rooney 53, Bobby Charlton 49, Harry Kane on 48 tonight. He could beat this record tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd go above Bobby Charlton tonight. He'd get another goal.
But then what I would say is that the funny thing is that I remember Salgado, and we were all laughing that he failed to score, but we weren't laughing. At least I wasn't when I heard the bad news that he was suffering from, which was personal. Because I don't know if anyone, I'm not going to say it on stream, but I don't know if he had really bad news that happened to his family. And that was the reason why he didn't settle in. I don't know if anyone can remember because I'm not.
No, I don't remember that.
I'm not going to. I don't really want to. I don't really want to say it on there.
Salgado, is it?
Yeah.
Salgado.
The Italian in the youth teams, because obviously I know a little bit about that. But that Spurs would play like youth team would get beaten 3-1.
Oh, thank you.
And
yeah.
They go there, get on there, and go, yeah, so and so.
You're still there.
Always scored. Kane.
Not the second half, no.
And that was all through time.
6-0.
It's 6-0.
Because him and Rob went to,
Kane is on, how many goals was it? 48 for England now.
On loan.
Can break.
Yeah, that's right.
He went to Millwall on loan.
52 or 53.
And Millwall fans, when they was warming up, like, I was telling them, the Millwall fans, get back to Tottenham and all that night.
See ya.
See you later, Lauren.
Okay.
So, Abbi, I don't know, do you remember that?
What? Sorry, I was just changing my mind.
That's all right. We were laughing about Salgado, he can't score until I heard about the bad news he had in his family. And that was a reason why he didn't score goals. I don't know if you can remember, because I don't really want to say
I think I do remember vaguely.
Yeah.
But
so
look, there's always circumstances. There's lots of things that happen. You know, I remember Wilson Palacios was a very big player under the Harry. Very big player under the Harry Redknapp era.
Costa Rican.
No, he was
Honduras.
Honduran, yeah. And I think his brother was killed, and then that was kind of
There was a real sad story about that, because he was such a polite lad. His brother got killed.
Yeah, I know, it was terrible.
And he sat outside in the hotel lobby until Redknapp woke up to tell him that he needed to go. And he said, well, like, when did this happen? He sat in the lobby for like 8 hours.
Yeah, and he said, you could have gone.
And he said, like, why didn't you wake me up? He goes, I didn't want to wake you.
Yeah.
Such a shame. But, you know, he had a great career at Spurs. He was one of
the
fan favourite. He was a really good player.
Well, I suppose, now you said it, I suppose I might as well say what happened.
It was Salgado.
So Salgado, his wife had a miscarriage.
Yeah, I think that was what happened.
You know, and so obviously when you head out now, we weren't laughing anymore. So, you know, when things like that happen, it's like Di Maria from Manchester United. Apparently his house was burgled and he was never the same again. Yeah. So, you know,
lots of people have, extenuating circumstances that happen, and obviously, as fans, people take the piss, and no one really.
Exactly.
No one knows what goes on behind closed doors.
No, that's true.
Nobody knows.
That's true.
Right. Anyway, back to the football.
Yeah.
So we were discussing Harry Kane. What did we say? It was 48 goals. He's
48. He can do it tonight.
I mean, he's got what?
He's got to get another 5 goals. He ain't going to get that today.
53. He's got a break.
Yeah, if he gets to that, he ain't going to get another 5, because I reckon he'll be off within the next 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, it just means it comes.
I think so as well. Yeah.
Well, look, we all know he's going to break the record anyway, whether it be now or March, or he's going to break it by.
Well, he better start picking his form up for Spurs. Not going to get picked in the next squad. You know what I mean?
If it's based on form, we shouldn't be there now, really. No. But yeah, I think that's a massive achievement, isn't it?
It's a brilliant achievement. It is a brilliant achievement. I have to say that.
It's good because he's got a good few years left as well.
Lee, why are you quiet?
No, I think...
From an England perspective...
Listen, he's a fantastic footballer, forward, isn't he? I've always said that, you know what I mean? But,
have you?
Yeah. Is he the best? Is he the best? I don't know.
He's not the best. No, he's not the best. He isn't the best. People say he's the best. He isn't the best.
At one time, he was the best natural goal scorer, I think.
What, in the Premier League?
Yeah.
What, better than Aguero? That's what I mean. I don't think he's the best.
Yeah, I do think he was better finisher than Aguero.
I think at one stage, I'm going to say this,
at one point,
at one stage he was probably the best striker, best number 9 in the
league.
world.
In the world, yeah, maybe.
In the world?
Yeah, right up there.
Up there, but I don't know in the world. Because
he was on fire.
No, but
he was on fire a couple of years ago. There's no stopping Harry Kane.
Well, but listen, no disrespect to Harry Kane, but can you put him on the same level as Lewandowski? I don't think you can. Because Lewandowski was... Listen, if we had Lewandowski in our team for one season, he would score 50 goals. Lewandowski scores... Apparently Lewandowski's record is 1 goal every 2 games, and that is incredible.
I remember saying that about Shevchenko and Hernan Crespo.
You're saying that.
No, but they fell off. They fell off. But Lewandowski has done it.
He's playing for the best team in the country in Bayern Munich.
No, he is.
Chance after chance after chance.
No, he is.
Harry Kane was doing it with a team.
But then you can't call him the best then. He can only be the best if he goes to that level and scores goals, isn't it? If Lewandowski was scoring goals for...
But to be fair, I'm going to be totally biased. Don't get me wrong, I'm no...
that's fine.
That's fine. Fanatic or anything, but
well, it sounds like
I think he has done it at the top level. He scored goals in the Champions League. He scored goals internationally. He scored goals at World Cups. He scored goals at Euros. You can't knock his goal scoring.
I'm not knocking his goal scoring record, but I'm saying, has he done it? Has he done it to win his team trophies? This is what I'm saying.
He plays for Tottenham.
Yeah. But he still had chances.
No. I think what Ty's trying to say is that obviously when Spurs have been in big finals, cup finals, semi-finals,
things like that. He's never been fit in any of them, have he?
Well, no, I agree with you. Always before, he's always had a massive injury, and in that particular game, in those big games, he's never managed to step up. England in the final last year, You could argue, well, this year, sorry, we're still in the same year. God, it's Euros. Mad. That seems like a lifetime ago.
So be honest, and
Lifetime
let's
ago.
be really honest about it. He didn't have a very good Euros, did he?
Not fantastic, no. Not
He
by
scored
his
a few
standards.
goals, scored a few goals.
Important goals at the end of the day. So he's
Yeah, he
got
scored a couple of goals in it, but he wasn't.
What a rip-roaring night of football that is.
Yeah. I just run through the results. 0-0 Northern Ireland, Italy, Switzerland 0, Bulgaria 0, Scotland 1, Denmark 0, Albania 0, Andorra 0, Poland 0, Hungary 1, San Marino 0, England 6. I was worried it was going to go off screen. That's why I was talking so quickly. You can only beat what's in front of you and put the ball in the back of the net. He didn't have a great start to the tournament in those group stages.
But then he scored some important goals.
He scored
Kane's
very
off.
important goals. Oh, Kane's off. He'll be gutted about that.
Yeah.
No, he's still on.
No, Abraham's off. On.
No, I see Kane's still
Did
on
you
there.
see him? Did you see the number go up?
Yeah, I see Kane still on there.
He'll be gutted if
sure?
he's got to come
Yeah.
off.
Trust me, Kane's still on
San
there.
Marino making the
Sensino.
substitution, sent Sony on. Didn't see who they'd taken off.
I think it's Alessandria. Andrew.
Who's that?
That's Conor Gallagher.
Conor
I'm
Gallagher,
a
yeah.
massive fan of Conor Gallagher.
He's a good
I
player.
think he's such a great player.
So who's he come on for? Who's playing number 7?
I don't know. We're going to see.
Was that
in a
Phillips?
sec.
Phillips, yeah.
Phillips.
Alessandro Golini.
Tammy Abraham has come on. Conor
Tammy.
Gallagher has also come on.
Gallagher for Phillips.
I think so.
And Ben
Ben
Chilwell
Chilwell
has come on for
Maguire.
Harry
Chilwell for
Maguire.
Maguire.
Harry Kane is
Maguire.
still on the pitch.
Yeah, Lee's
He's
right.
still there, yeah.
He's
You're right,
still there. Tammy Abraham is
Foden.
on for
For
Phil
Foden.
Foden. Connor Cody giving it the big and at the back. Really
Conor
excited
Gallagher.
for Conor Gallagher.
And the ref just
Really
took off his shirt to reveal his England Three Lions tattoo.
I love England. Right, I've got a super chat here from Kai Hughes. He said, what are your memories of watching Maradona? Did you watch him playing for Napoli? Absolute legend of the game. Ronaldo better than Messi, by the way, but none as good as Paolo Di Canio up the hammers.
Well,
best player I've ever seen.
I don't think Ronaldo was better than Messi, in my opinion. Maradona, unbelievable. I didn't get to see him live. I saw him in the World Cup, but even up until this day, I saw a documentary when he died. God rest his soul. And even up until now, he's revered as a hero in Napoli. And I saw that documentary. And when he came to Napoli, the way he changed that team and actually helped them to win was nothing short of incredible. But at the same time, the demise of him was so sad because he had the world at his feet, and you know, he had so much temptation, which unfortunately he couldn't resist. But as a player, Maradona, as a player, unfortunately, the gloss for me, even though obviously God rest his soul, the gloss has taken off for me because of the fact that he cheated. Because someone like Pele didn't, and Messi, maybe Messi, but but as incredible, Maradona, absolutely incredible. The good side of Maradona.
I only remember him
At 1986.
in a 2 and 8 in a state. And that's the only way I can remember him. I remember the football wise. I remember him in '90. That's when I first started getting into football. I was only young.
In 90?
In '90, yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
Italian 90.
I was only young
What
in
a
Italian
tournament that
90.
was.
That's when I started getting into football.
Oh, right.
So I remember him a little bit there. Not too much. I was more into England, but when I started getting into football, what I remember is the cocaine scandal in '94.
That's what I mean.
The World Cup, the celebration where it was quite obvious that he was under the influence, and then unfortunately everything that went past the weight gain, the total. I mean, you see him in that World Cup, the last World Cup, up there cheering up. You can see he's like, I don't know whether I can say it, but he is high as a kite. Yeah. He's anyone that's ever been in cocaine, your nose runs and
I've never been.
No, but I'm just saying, you can tell, and he's got smears of it all over the window where he's getting so intense. My God. And that's the only way I can remember him, and it's a shame because he's such a good player, but he was in such a 2 and 8 at the end.
He was, like I said, I remember Maradona in prime. Maradona was absolutely incredible. 1986.
He also played in an era where players weren't protected like they are now.
No, and that's why he's an incredible player, because he managed to do his skill.
There was a game when he got against Italy where they just kicked him.
They kicked him,
all over the shop.
They kicked him. They did the same thing to Pele as well. But yeah,
and the cheating. That's all. That's what I
Who,
really
Maradona?
remember. Yeah.
but you see that. But see, that's interesting. You say that because that's a lot like Manchester United.
For you,
Similar thing. No, they've cheated. They have cheated. They've cheated.
you're determined to tell me that they cheated, aren't you?
No, but they have though, Nicky. They have. I've got so many.
All right, Ty, would you like to explain it now?
It's Abbi.
As I feel you want to get it off your chest.
Abbi's very good. Well,
Yeah, don't let it give him the floor.
Only because Nicky said save it
What do
till
you mean?
Wednesday, and
What
I
do
don't
you-
want Nicky's ear tuned off the whole of Wednesday night. So, Ty, go on.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Lee? Don't give me the floor. What do you mean? How dare you say that? Don't give me the floor. So are you trying to say that Manchester United don't cheat?
Ty,
Yeah.
go.
I'm coming, but I'm sorry, Abbi. Are you trying to say that Manchester United don't cheat?
Yeah, they're not.
Okay, so you know they're
It's
cheating.
not necessarily them cheating, it's the referees and all that.
No,
Like, but I think that
it's not,
Alex
so-
Ferguson
so-
put so much pressure on
so-
them that they did buck all the refs.
Okay, then
believe it.
so when Jose was kicked up in the air at Old Trafford, they weren't cheating then.
No, it was. You
When
know,
they-
but
when-
I always say I still blame the referees for that.
What for kicking Jose up in the air, or Ruud van cheat himself, stamping on Ashley's knee in front of the linesman giving a goal kick.
But
Sorry.
Ty, I've seen Patrick Vieira.
Have you seen him break anyone's leg?
Kicking the shit out of Joe Cole at Upton Park.
Okay, have you seen him break anyone's leg?
Okay, but so
I
then
can't say that personally.
Yeah.
No, I can't. No.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So if he broke, don't get me wrong, if he's done that, he's out of order. But if he's broke Joe Cole's leg, then that's ridiculous. Because the thing about that, this Manchester United team, don't forget, they were so bad that one time, Lee Sharp took out Andrei Kanchelskis, and Andrei Kanchelskis was very, very injured, and Lee Sharp didn't even get a booking. He never got a booking. That's what I'm saying. He never got a booking. But one stat I would talk about first, Nicky, is that Manchester United, right? Their record is they did not concede a penalty at home for 12 years. Now, I don't know. You see what? But that's what I mean. So then, does that smack of cheating then? Because how are you not conceding a penalty then? How on earth are you not conceding for 12 years?
But that's not their decision.
No, but how are you not conceding a penalty then?
It's not. It's not their decision.
And
Do you
even
remember,
You're
do you remember
right,
that
it's
goal
not.
Tottenham was scored when it was about 10
Yes,
foot over the park?
Pedro Mendes.
Yeah,
Pedro Mendes.
It's not the Man United, it's the officials.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's the
No,
officials.
I'm sorry,
And
no.
look, you could always say that Fergie time was the thing. It definitely was a thing, and there was probably so much influence over
Yeah,
it. At the end of the day, it's not
100%
Manchester
influenced them.
United. It's the officials that are easily
Abbi,
influenced.
Abbi, it is.
They was exploiting
No.
Howard Webber's got a season ticket up
Yeah.
at Old Trafford now. Like,
Howard
you know?
Webber's the worst.
Just changing backwards and tired, Nicky. Don't bother changing this.
Hopefully he's a run out.
But it is them, Nicky, because there's even one time, right?
No.
When they played you, and Bobby Zamora was fouled. He was pushed by I don't know who it was. The referee gave a free kick to Manchester United.
Oh, come on.
I remember in the Invincible season.
I just want one goal.
I'm
That's
going
it.
to put this
Yeah,
over
go
to you. Right? I
on.
remember
Yeah,
in
go
the
on.
Say
Invincible
6-0.
season.
Yeah, go on. What?
Fuming.
Robert dive against Portsmouth. Yeah.
No, I remember the dive against Portsmouth, but I also remember West Ham scoring a goal at Highbury.
Absolutely. Canute that went behind the line.
That
Yeah.
went behind the line,
But-
and that would have ended the Invincible
Yeah,
season.
no, it
there
wouldn't have
and then.
ended it. You would have been 1-0 up, and we would have been in trouble. But Nicky,
Oh,
I'm not going to
I
deny it.
remember
It was a
that.
goal, and I can't believe. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, Nicky, I'm not going to deny it. But what I'm saying is, Manchester United fans deny they
Is
cheated.
that okay? Who knocked it off the line? Was that one with Ashley Cole?
Yes. No,
That didn't
but
go
Nicky,
over.
what I'm saying is that I'm not going to deny
Right,
it.
defending.
Yeah, no, it was one. No, but the thing is, but Nicky, I'm not going to deny it. But Manchester United fans now, they try to deny it. If you cheated, fair enough. But don't say you didn't cheat. That's all. Don't, because I'm saying we did. That day, I don't know how, because he went behind the line, and even Canute, because was you at the game, Nicky?
Yeah.
I was at the game because Canute actually put his hand up.
No, I wasn't at the game.
I was at the game. Canute put his hand up,
Yeah.
and I do not know up to this day why they didn't see it. But Ashley was smart but it should have been exactly. It should have been a goal. VAR now would have given a goal, wouldn't they? Oh, of course, that's what I'm saying.
The goal line technology would have given the goal.
Yeah.
It would have been that go VAR, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. But Nicky, I wouldn't deny that. That's what I'm saying. We got very lucky. But the thing is, I'm not going to say that. Oh no, it didn't happen. But all of a sudden now, Manchester United fans say, "Oh, it didn't happen." They're the biggest cheats in the world of football. Excuse me.
Okay, if you've got that off your chest.
No, that's a.
Do you feel better? A chance
Kane?
for Harry Kane just to make Lee's night happy, and it's gone nowhere.
What's he doing here?
I've actually got a question for
Abby,
Nicky.
that's for now. That's for now.
Okay,
There's still more to come.
All right, babe.
Part 2.
Nicky,
Part
part
two.
2 of the Thai rants to come.
Tyrant, that's very
Thai
good.
rants. Should I
Sharon.
go? Tyrant.
Very good, very good.
Tyrant.
Tyrant,
Nicky,
yeah. All right, Judge.
Jared Bowen.
Yes,
Should he be in the England side?
he should. I believe he should.
Okay.
Well, that's
What
interesting.
else he got to do to get called up?
Change clubs.
Change clubs, yeah, possibly.
No, because Declan Rice is there. So no.
I thought, to be fair,
there's a thing in that, you know what I mean?
to be
I
fair,
don't mean that disrespectfully.
no, I don't think there is a thing, to be fair, but I think that,
Look at that bad
you know, at the end of the day, it's
Is that Emmy?
Gareth Southgate's
Yeah.
decision, isn't it? And if he doesn't see it, that's it. But I think personally he should have got, especially with all the Ward-Prowse drop out, because I don't know whether you noticed with England lately,
gosh.
but they seem to drop 2 players out and only bring 1 in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there should be players like Bowen that come in,
Yeah.
and you know, even if it's to get a feeling of the squad, you know, this is what you can achieve. This is what you can come into if you're playing regularly, and you're playing well.
Yeah.
Even young players like Ben Johnson, even to go and train with them. You know what I mean? Because Ben Johnson's been phenomenal for West Ham. But you know, but Bowen, I think he gives enough. But it's all up to Gareth Southgate at the end of the day. He likes what he likes.
The trouble with Bowen is a little bit like Smith Rowe. There's so many good players
There is.
in those positions, isn't there?
And with Smith Rowe, and I agree with this in a way, is that look, Bowen's 25, Smith
Yeah.
Rowe's 21.
Well, I think there was
Longer
that.
prospect, isn't it?
There was that argument about that Smith Rowe should have been called up, you know, in the first place. Conor Gallagher, you know, Tamori, things like that. They all, you know, there's lots of people that should have got called up. Obviously, that we came out about the Mason Greenwood thing, that there's been a stop on that until 2022.
Which is ridiculous.
It is, but I guess at the same time, he's only 20 years old. He had his chance. You know, when they went to Iceland, I think he was a bit immature, and I think actually that was a positive thing.
What was this? What's this about?
So there was a thing that came out because obviously people questioning why Mason Greenwood hadn't had the call up.
Yeah.
And Gareth Southgate had said that he'd actually spoken with Greenwood's family, who basically said, can you hold off picking him for international duty?
Really?
7.
I'll tell you
Sammy.
Get yourself off. You know what I mean? You've got one job to do.
Tammy, that is...
That's poor.
How's he miss that?
How's
He's
he
in
miss
a
that?
bad spell for Roma at the minute.
Look
Roma
at that.
in a
I'm not
bad
surprised.
spell.
Are you surprised with who his manager is?
Exactly.
That's shocking finish.
That
Oh,
is shocking.
God.
That is
That's
shocking.
terrible.
Tammy.
Absolutely terrible.
Oh,
But anyway,
yeah.
yes. So they had an agreement with
That's
Greenwood's
interesting.
family to say when you don't want you to pick him until 2022, and I think that's actually quite mature.
That's
He
fascinating.
wants to obviously grow up a little bit. He's only 18, 19, 20 years old now, no?
I don't know though.
Yeah, but then
I think
When he
that's a
went
bit.
to Iceland-
I think that's a bit saucy because you know, it's an honour to be picked for England.
It
Yes,
was,
it
but
is,
he got
it is.
picked and he went to Iceland and he didn't treat it as an honour.
Yeah,
So
but
maybe
no,
that's
no.
why.
But then,
But then you're
but then maybe you
presuming
can-
that in 2022 he's going to be good enough still, or
Well-
you know.
And plus, he's
Assuming he's good enough.
Oh,
But then,
oh,
but then,
no, I understand what you mean, but
and plus, it's Man United getting the benefits, isn't he? He ain't travelling and all that, like, you know,
That's
and
true.
things like that.
that's true. But then, what I would say to that, Abby, Nicky, is that, but didn't Phil Foden do the same thing as Greenwood? But yet Phil Foden got called up and Greenwood didn't.
Because he's a better player.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, but it doesn't matter though.
Yeah,
Phil
no,
Foden,
well,
Phil Foden did the same thing that Greenwood did. So why then was
and
Greenwood
to be
not
fair,
picked?
Phil Foden's got a wife and kids.
Exactly. And Greenwood, as far as I know, he doesn't have any marital commitments. But why Phil Foden got called up and Greenwood didn't? So that
He ain't married Foden, is he?
I think he
Yeah,
is.
well,
mate.
he's got
a kid. He's got a
two
kid.
one or two
Is he?
kids.
Yes.
Yeah. But okay, but either way, I think that it's obviously the family have obviously come and said that, and they've had an agreement with that. So
That's
I don't
what-
see. I don't personally see anything wrong with it. He's 20
No,
years
no.
old. He's got many years.
Yes!
left.
That does it for me. Let's get on the old. Yes, in here, Emil. Thank you. Sex Robbie. Get in here, Emil.
Ty.
I'd love to have a season ticket next to you.
Emil, don't worry, Nicky. when we play you, you hear me clapping our goals against you. Just joking. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
Nicely taken goal from Smith.
Yeah, look at the layoff from Tammy.
Great layoff as well.
Great layoff.
Lovely. Right there in the side. I'm really happy for him. Really
thank
happy
you very
that
much.
he's finally got his
goal. He has
goal,
and he has
his call up, and I'm happy for him because I think he has definitely deserved
Thank
it.
you very much.
Did I cheer? Yeah, I'm not like you. I don't, especially on England duty, I'm not like you. At the end of the day, we're all pulling for the same cause.
But
I can appreciate a good player when I see one. Whoever
well, thank you very much,
they play
Abbi.
for.
That's very magnanimous of you.
Magnanimous. I don't even know what magnanimous
That means
Do you?
gracious. That means gracious.
Does it?
Yeah, impartial. Gracious, impartial.
So, yeah.
But I'll go back to what you and Nicky were saying.
Yes.
I can see both sides because you're saying that's fair enough for the family sake, but Nicky's got a very good point. To be called up for England is an absolute honour. I even remember, I don't know if anyone remembers this, about the time when Chris Sutton was called up to play for the England B team and he refused it and he never got picked again. So, you know, it's an honour. But having said that though, I can see both sides because if the family have said that, they know him better than anyone, so they're saying, can you hold off until 2022?
But to me as well, that's saying like his mentality isn't right.
Yes.
And that's a big thing in football. I know people that I know, I wouldn't say they was friends, some of them were friends of mine, some of them wasn't. But I know friends of mine that have gone for sort of England youth trials.
Yeah.
And the first thing they test from you is your mentality. Yeah, because you know football can be taught, mentality can't be taught.
Yeah.
And if you're asking, don't pick him, it set alarm bells. I mean, look at Ravel Morrison.
Yeah.
Ravel Morrison is one of the most talented players. And I have seen some great players at West Ham. I've seen players like Carlos Tevez, Joe Cole.
Carlos Tevez,
You're going over the top now.
But they have had some great players.
Carlos Tevez. Carlos Tevez was a superb player.
I've seen some great players at West Ham.
So was Joe Cole. Yeah,
some
Joe
of the kids, Defoe, you know, Joe Cole. I'll tell you, mate, Defoe.
No, good goal scorers, very good goal
West
scorers.
Ham have been starved of great strikers in, haven't you? You had Ian Wright for a little while.
They did
have Ian Wright for a little while, but he wasn't as good as Defoe.
Well, he's a lot younger, wasn't he? Like that?
But no, I'm just saying. But you know, there's like a lot of good players I've seen at West Ham.
Yeah. Would you say Defoe was world class? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I think he was brilliant goal scorer.
Was it? No,
we wouldn't say he was world class. We put him in a
but
Messi, Ronaldo bracket. But he's one of the best English goal scorers. Absolutely.
Up until now, and I'm sure Nicky will know better than me. Didn't he break the record when he was on loan to Bournemouth for goals scored in the season?
No, it was 10 in a row.
Yeah.
I think he scored 10 in a row.
Okay.
Games.
Defoe.
Who's the best player you've seen at West Ham?
That's a good question. And maybe we should all answer that as well.
Di Canio.
Di Canio.
Di Canio. Who would you say, Lee? I'll give you first dibs. And I know what you're going to say.
Stuart Robson.
But Declan is up there.
Oh wow.
Rio was good.
Yeah.
Rio.
Declan's up there for me.
I've got to say, Di Canio was a great.
I'm not talking. I'm saying for us.
Oh, for us.
Yes.
But the greatest player for me.
But having said that,
Patrick Vieira.
No, we can ask that. What we can say is who is the best opposing player you've seen. That would be interesting. So we could. Who's the best West Ham player?
I didn't even buy it.
He was cool.
Harry Kane's coming up.
He was the best centre half I've ever seen. Best Tottenham centre half I've ever seen.
Who's the best opposing player I've seen? I've been lucky enough to see.
Ronaldo would have to be up there.
Well, I'm not in the Premier League, but
well, he was in the Premier League.
Internationally, I've been able to see Messi, and that was a credit.
I'd say the best Tottenham player that I've seen I would have to say.
The best Tottenham player.
Over the years of watching football, there's two that really come up, but Gareth Bale wins it for me.
He was good.
But Van der Vaart was very, very close.
Fantastic player, Luka Modric.
Not in the league of them two. Not Spurs, in my opinion. Di Canio at West Ham,
One of my favourite players, Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah.
Was unreal to watch.
I loved Freddie Lundberg when I was younger.
Freddie,
Yeah.
he actually played for West Ham, didn't he?
But opposing
I
player,
love Freddie
I remember there was a spell where we
Especially when he's
played.
modelling, is that what you're saying? Like,
I loved that Calvin Klein shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, she even look, wow.
took him to a different level.
I was only young as well, and I loved
Yeah.
it. No, he was a beautiful person.
There was
Yeah, Freddie's cool. Freddie's cool.
there
Very,
was a
very humble,
time
very
about
lovely, that
between about 97
Yeah.
and 99.
When won the
Bergkamp
league?
was
When won the league?
unbelievable. One of the best players I've seen. But Zola was up there.
Yes, Zola,
was a
yes,
very
yes.
good player. I watched Zola playing a testimonial like it was one of our youth coach who brought through all of the Joe Cole and it could be a goal. Or
Oh, he should have scored.
Yeah,
Should have scored.
He's been banging him on.
Gallagher on his debut could have scored.
But there was a youth coach of ours who brought through a lot of big youth players, Cole Carrick, Defoe, John Terry, all of them sort of players. And he played in a game there, and he was best player on the pitch. He was unbelievable,
Wow.
and he was 45 by then. You know what I mean?
Oh wow. So who would you say, Abby? Then who's the best opposing player you've seen?
Best opposing player?
Yeah, in the Premier League.
Cantona.
Why you're thinking about that, Abby?
Did you
I'll
like
tell
Eric Cantona? I loved Eric Cantona.
He was
he's
a good player.
a brilliant player, but another massive cheat as well. But a great player.
I'll tell you a player that gets slept on a lot, and every time I see him at Upton Park, he was
Slept on?
Freddie would have got
I'm
slept
sure
on
he
quite a
does.
bit. No, but he gets slept on quite a lot, right?
Trust
But
the
every
judge
time I
to
see
say
him,
that.
his technique, everything about him was always world class. David Beckham.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yes.
was good.
Do you know who I loved? I loved Drogba.
He was good.
I
yeah.
really did love Drogba. You didn't
No,
like
he's a great
him?
player. No, he's a great player.
As
But
a
another
player,
cheat as well.
you didn't rate Drogba?
No,
Oh,
no,
I
no,
I
well,
thought he was a good player, but
I'm not saying the best. I'm just going
No,
through
I know
my
what
mental
you're saying.
frame.
Very powerful.
Abby, don't listen.
I think that. How can you hate on
Abby,
Drogba?
listen,
What a
listen.
player.
I love
in the Premier
Abby,
League era.
I love the judge, but you can't not rate Drogba as much as I didn't
I
like him.
didn't say I didn't rate him. I said he was a good player, but not for me.
Modric was
Not
good.
for
He
you.
was a little bit clumsy.
Modric was a
Modric.
good player for Tottenham.
Used his
Modric,
power
yeah.
a little bit.
Berbatov was good.
Oh, Dimitar Berbatov was outrageous.
Berbatov, yeah.
Oh, when he was at Man United.
He was no when he was at Spurs.
He was no.
Van
Yeah.
Persie
Reece was
at
good.
United.
Yeah.
Robin. Well, he was good.
Don't come for me. You will walk home, okay?
I like it. I like it.
Well, he was good with us for 1-1 top season. Then he left.
But I've got to
I'll tell you
say,
another one. It was good for Arsenal.
Berbatov had a good couple of years at Spurs, hasn't he?
Fantastic.
Nelka.
Yeah, Nicholas.
Yes, and then he left. The time when he was actually blossoming.
We have another question here from Choyam who said, who do you guys think is the greatest African in the Premier League? I mean, we can't really argue against Salah at the minute, can we?
Oh, you can't argue
Oh,
that.
you mean at the moment? At the moment?
I mean,
all
yeah.
time? Now or at the moment?
You can do both. I mean, Salah, Mane.
Yes, at the moment,
How
yes.
can you
I
argue
think
against
Salah's-
those two?
Salah's best of the world a few weeks ago.
But of all time,
I just gave a shout out to Drogba.
JJ, you'd have to look at JJ Koch, even though he played for Bolton with that cheat Allardyce, who, by the way, did I say I was happy that got relegated and stood out?
We did the wrong sweepstakes tonight. We should have said how many times did I say cheat?
Yeah, cheat, yeah.
Abby's good,
We
Abby's
have so
good.
many drinks
George
coming.
Weah would have to be up there.
George Weah, yeah, George Weah.
George Weah.
Samuel Eto'o.
I think
Yes,
Essien.
Eto'o.
Also,
Essien.
Essien was a
Great shout, that one.
Also, and another reason why Samuel Eto'o, not the fact that he was a great player, but the time when Mourinho insulted him and saying that he doesn't know how old he is. And
Yeah,
Eto'o
no
said,
one knows.
Mourinho's an idiot. Which I love. Anyone that calls Mourinho an idiot, I love. Can you imagine? But how can you say you don't know how old he is? You signed him. He said we don't know how old he is. Can you imagine?
Referee.
Just as another question, because obviously you two, I think, are going to get wound up by it. But where
Really?
would you rank Adebayor? If you're looking at it from a non-biased...
Someone sent up. Eddie Boyle had a fantastic couple of seasons for
He did.
Arsenal. He was.
I'll talk about him
He was absolutely
afterwards.
brilliant.
Yeah, he was.
But unfortunately, chased the pound.
Yes, absolutely.
But as a player...
As a player, he was fantastic for us for a couple of
But
seasons.
but this bit, I mean, a lot of players get
Big moves.
Big moves.
Is that where you're going with that?
No. A lot of players get slated, like the African players, for chasing the pound and all that. But what they do with their money, some of them do with their money, like Mane, he sends a lot of money back. Can't
Yeah.
goes and switches
Schools, doesn't he?
Yeah, open Scott, and I'm sure Eddie Bayor done the same thing.
I know a few little stories.
There is no
about
way
Eddie Bayor.
I can have a go at a player.
I will.
For trying to grab as much money as he can to help a village back in his
also,
country.
in a very short career, you have to think about it. You have what, 15 years? Let's say you play football at a top level, or from when you first break in. I do understand. You have to make as much money as you can.
If he's trying to buy himself 12 Ferraris, then I understand.
And you know what, Nicky, that's fine, but it's not. It wasn't like that with Emmanuel, because I remember it was all summer when he said, "Oh, I want to go to AC Milan." People, I couldn't believe until he said,
kick.
Until he said, "Oh, goal."
Tyrone Mings.
It's 8.
Wow.
Did you say that was Tyrone Mings?
No, it's Trent.
It's Trent.
Yeah,
No, it was
Tyrone
Mings.
Mings.
Oh, Tyrone with the goal.
Are you watching a game of football, you lot?
I didn't see that at
We
all.
were in a debate. We was having a debate.
Exactly.
Oh, he could be offside.
And there is Tyrone Mings.
It's a great ball from Trent.
Great.
And they've got 10 men now. This is going to get bad for them.
Yeah, so no, but Nicky, what you're saying, that's fine. But the thing is, with Emmanuel, like I said, like Lee said, he was a superb player for us. He was absolutely fantastic. But he got tapped up and suddenly he was causing a problem. That's fine, he had to leave. But the most silly thing, that's as kind of saying, the most silly thing he did. And let's go back to that day of when we played Manchester City.
No, let's not.
No, because I want, and you and I don't know about Lee might have gone, but I want you.
Can I
Abbi.
just read some super chats first?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Right, Kai Hughes, who said, "Are we going to talk about West Ham being banned from Vienna? Would you like to talk about that quickly? Would you like to give a statement about it quickly?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
go on,
from
Nick.
a West Ham point of view, yes, the stage is yours.
I don't think it's fair. I don't. We're getting punished. It's a week away as well, which is even worse. So I can understand if they turn around and went, all right, do it from the next game or whatever, like the knockout game or whatever.
Yeah.
Had you already bought all your tickets and stuff?
Yeah, we've got flights,
Oh, wow.
hotels, tickets, and everything.
Which is a bit unfair.
Tickets.
Tickets.
Buy yourself tickets.
But yeah, but it's do you know what I mean? It's like, and
Very good, Abbi, very good.
For what it's for, it's trouble. There's trouble everywhere. There's trouble in
Maybe
Zagreb.
trouble.
But do you condone maybe the behaviour
I
of
do
West
not
Ham?
I do not condone anyone
No.
that does that. They're all idiots. The people
Nobody
that
can
do
condone that.
sort of thing.
But
9-0, possibly.
Oh, he's in the post
so
now.
close, Gallagher.
But the thing
So
is, I think.
But it's
yeah,
there
it's
you
another
go.
goal.
Bosh. Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham.
9-0.
That's his first, isn't it?
Why is he complaining to him?
Oh no, has it not been given? Has it been given? Or yeah,
It's a goal.
9.
Oh,
We said 10, didn't we? They've got,
We
they've only
said
got
10.
10 men as well, haven't they?
10.
Could be more than
Someone, I'm sure there would have been quite a few bets on
But
tonight
there
for
is
9, 10
there is so many double standards with you.
There
I
is,
just
there
feel
is.
like sometimes they use us as a scapegoat. As soon
I
as,
will
as,
say
soon as
it,
someone
like-
does something wrong,
Yeah.
they want to inflict
Great
the
finish.
harshest punishment, and then everyone else is.
Should I finish on it?
I will say that the Italians have caused trouble on a lot of places, like
Not
gone
only
over
Italians,
to
though.
Italy, and it's been Napoli,
Where was it
very
that you
notorious.
caused
Nothing
the
gets
trouble?
done to
Genk?
them. Nothing gets
Austria.
done.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it wasn't. No. It was
Genk?
Genk. Yeah,
Goal
Belgium,
check.
yeah.
Goal check.
Goal check.
But
I don't know why.
I thought that was a
Yeah, but
love.
Could be a foul. There's a man laying
Yeah,
on the
but-
line.
but
Can't see anything wrong
okay,
with
we'll
that.
wait to
Can
see
you
what
see
happens
anything
then.
wrong with that?
look at the blatant racism and nothing's done.
What's he having a look at now?
I don't know.
I don't know what they're-
If he's going over the screen, he's going to get.
I don't
changed,
actually know
yeah.
what they're reviewing
I don't know what they're
in
looking at
general.
now.
To be fair.
Oh,
That.
yeah,
Foul.
yeah, foul.
That can't be a foul. Look, he's back-heeled it.
Yeah, that's a foul.
I suppose it is.
No, I don't think it's a foul.
Yeah,
All right, so we'll probably be back down to 8. But anyway, yeah. So you think that it's
it doesn't even touch the ball.
For some of the stuff that goes on around Europe.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
No, it's absolutely the
And-
racism and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, races that like. Honestly, I just don't understand it. He's giving a goal.
I was giving a goal.
No, no goal.
Not
No
giving
goal.
a goal.
Oh,
I was going to say sure.
There is never.
No goal. I was going to say. I thought he gave it.
He really would have been a bit crooked if he had given that.
You know, so
Okay, right. Shouts
I
for.
don't think it was a booking.
I wouldn't say it's booking.
No.
Oh, that's a joke.
Okay.
He's got a carpet on, hasn't he?
He must have had at least one booking this half in his one booking and one red. Right, we've had other shouts for African players. Yaya Toure. Someone said Shamak.
Drogba.
Shamak.
I don't think so. I don't think so personally.
Drogba has 4 Premier League titles, Lee.
Yes,
he has 4, but has he got an invisible title? No, he hasn't. So goodbye.
He should put out a T-shirt.
Kolo Toure, Kanu.
Kolo, yeah, a wanker. I said a wanker.
Oh, I'll tell you something. Go on, I'm going to ask you a question.
John Obi Mikel.
Yeah,
yeah, John, all right. Michael Essien,
Not for you, Nicky?
No,
I'll give you a question. Harry Kane or Drogba?
Ooh.
Bearing in mind, Harry Kane has not won a title.
No,
and he has won 4. So I don't go along, but I never go along with how many titles he got.
Who do I think would be able to get us over the line more? Is that the question?
No, I say who's a better player.
As an all-round. Actually, that's such a hard question.
And you can't. I'm not basing it on 4 titles. I think Harry Kane's a better footballer than.
I think as an all-round player.
Yeah, I think he uses his power. He uses his power a lot.
I don't know. I'd say as an all-round player, probably Harry Kane.
Yeah.
But I'd say as to have, I don't know, because I think Drogba.
Listen, if Harry Kane was in that Chelsea side, he would have won 4 titles. Let's just get that straight.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see your point. Very difficult to pick between the two. Nick, do you have anything to say on that?
Drogba and Kane?
Yeah.
Nah.
Very
even.
difficult.
Very
so you
even.
can't. That's what I'm saying. My point is, you can't say, because he's won 4 titles, that makes him better than somebody that's not.
True.
Riyad Mahrez.
Oh,
not best of all
I'm just
time.
reading
Do you know
out
what?
now.
Tony Mahrez was right up there, but Man City's not playing the.
Tony Yeboah, Matip.
Oh, Tony.
Yeboah.
Joel Matip. I don't think Joel Matip. Tony was a wicked player. He's a wicked player. He scored that goal against Liverpool.
Who was the one for Cameroon that went round in the 1990, the corner flag?
Roger Miller.
Roger Miller.
What a legend. What an absolute legend.
He was about 38, 40 when he played it. It's unreal.
He's probably more.
He was right up, wasn't he? Like,
He was brilliant. He was brilliant. Are you talking about 1990?
Yeah.
When they beat Colombia, what was
that Cameroon side were a
they
really
were very
good side. They should have beaten
England, yeah.
Yeah, just had no discipline.
What are you talking? Remember the one when they beat Colombia? Is it Rene Higuita? When he got robbed and he scored the second goal. And he tried to kick him down.
Yeah, I've got an England debate for you. Who do you think the next England manager will be, and are you still with Southgate? Because I've heard quite a few people shouting for his head.
On what grounds?
Oh, I think that's right.
Well, I don't know.
I think that's unfair.
On what grounds that he's rubbish?
No, I don't think he's rubbish.
I think that's very, very harsh to say that.
He's not rubbish.
As I'll say it, I'll go and say this again, would you have been happy if he'd have been your man to come to Spurs as your manager?
It's not the same thing. International football is different.
No, she's got a point.
International
He's great, isn't he? But I'll tell you what, no one would want him at their club.
I know,
but that's club level. Club level's different.
Club level was totally different.
She's right. Abby's right.
Of course you're going to stick up for
Sorry, it's far more competitive. It's far more intense. Apart from the major tournaments. And you have to say, if you're basing it off major tournaments, the last tournaments he's been in, he's got us to a final, a semi-final. You know, I mean, how can you knock him for that?
And also,
you could only beat what's in front of you.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But for me,
for me,
he's not.
But I think you have to separate the international manager from what you would have as a club manager. I think they're totally different.
That's true. Conte was an international manager.
He was, but he's also a club manager.
Yeah.
You know, and in fairness to Gareth Southgate, he was a club manager. He was at Borough, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was, yeah.
I'll say it again, you know what I mean?
He was,
if it come up for grabs, I'd be furious if he was.
Some people are far better.
Hanging up his waistcoat.
International manager.
As opposed to a waistcoat, I'll be doing mine now.
Has he not done more than Arteta?
He wouldn't wear a waistcoat.
Has he not done more than Arteta?
Not really, because he hasn't won anything.
Excuse me, Nick. Arteta's won a trophy, right? Yeah, 2 trophies if you want to count Community Shield. We got to a final and won it, It didn't put 15 men behind the ball like this one.
No, I think that's a bit harsh. But also,
I'm more than happy with Southgate. If I'm honest, more than happy with him.
Oh, have him as your next manager then. Go on.
Well, Moyes is not leaving for now. Moyes
is going off to Real Madrid. You can have Gareth. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, it's fine, mate. I don't give a shit, to be honest. I was wrong about Moyes. Good goal, Sammy.
Sammy, great goal.
That's a good goal.
That's quality, that.
That was good.
Well done. But then also I
needed
did.
that.
I think I did.
He needed that goal.
You needed that,
I did. I think I did say on our stream, with Gareth Southgate, he also transcends football in the fact that off the pitch,
he's good.
He's been absolutely
Nice guy.
incredible as a leader of England and a role model, and the way he speaks and the way he conducts himself
goal,
and
yeah.
the
That
way
was
he
a good
wants
goal.
the team to conduct themselves.
Yeah.
So that is even more incredible.
Yeah.
What I do like
you
about
know-
him is there's no bias. If you're playing well, he'll pick you.
Lovely.
What are you saying now? Why is Harry Kane in the team?
No, but you
That's everything you said.
you have to have your spine.
Yes.
And Harry Kane's
Yeah,
part of the
no,
spine.
yeah.
is
You could
always-
argue, okay, so I'll ask you the same question. If Raheem Sterling was fit, why would you be happy for Sterling to play?
No, Sterling's
he
been
shouldn't-
poor, by the way.
He has been poor, but what I'm
He
saying is
shouldn't
for
be-
England, Sterling's very, very good.
Yeah,
Do you know
it's
who's
true.
talking
No,
about-
it's true. It's the spine. Yeah, Nicky's right. It's the spine. You got a spine, haven't you?
I was talking about that. He's up for grabs. Would you want him? Someone asked me that. Would you want him at Arsenal? And I went no.
Not now. The Sterling of
Yeah.
the Raheem of
Just-
last season, but not now.
Not consistent enough. for me.
Not at the moment. The Raheem of last season, yes, but not this season. But he hasn't played enough. He hasn't played enough, has he? That's maybe what it is.
Yep, I mean, Pep likes to change it up all the time. It's probably quite frustrating.
He does. He
Um,
does.
and
Goal,
at the
10-0.
side-
Saka! Got to get Ramsdale on the street now. He's got to take a penalty then.
At this rate, he might be on the score sheet.
Get Ramsdale to take the penalty.
That's nice. That's a,
Bukayo and
good,
Emil. Aaron!
that's a nice evening for you lot. Golf has been
Yeah.
thrown.
We said 10. I said 10 tonight.
We said.
You did say
said
10.
We all
You said
said
12.
10.
You
I
said
You
12.
said
I
10.
said 12 at half time, yeah. I did say 8, but I didn't think they'd get him out.
You can't keep like, what do you want to have another guest? Why don't you have 3 guesses now?
That's fine.
You've
I
got to get it
say,
right.
what's the score now? 10? I say 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. By the end of the evening.
Well, we've got, hold on, we've got another
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah, it could be some more.
Could
I
be
think.
12.
What are you going for, Abby? What are you going for?
I'll go for, if you're going for 12.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 12.
Sticking at 12.
I'll just go with 13.
Unlucky for some. What are you going for?
14.
That's probably a bit much that I've gone for.
Possibly 14.
14. What? 4 goals in 10 minutes?
Why not?
Well, Harry Kane got a hat-trick in 12 minutes, didn't he?
Turn it in,
Say
Abby.
it.
Turn it in.
These are tired now and
Just
all.
saying.
They are.
It's not called Harry England.
Yakubu.
Alright, Benny. Yeah, he was
Yakubu,
alright.
yeah.
He was alright.
Yeah,
solid.
I'm just reading now.
But
Don't forget.
I'm going to probably go
Eto'o,
Yaya Toure now as my...
Yeah,
More than
Torres is a great
JJ
one.
Okocha.
yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it?
He's a tough
Essien,
one.
I still think Essien.
Yeah, Michael Essien was a brilliant player.
Yeah, he was a fantastic
He's a
player.
brilliant player. But they said somebody said
Really,
Odion.
Patrick Vieira,
That's probably
really.
That's probably a Manchester United fan because he went down,
McAlady was
didn't he?
French, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, there was a shout for him in there, but he actually technically.
Well, he's
I
born
think
in
he was
Senegal,
French.
He's
but...
born
There
in
was a shout
Senegal.
for N'Golo Kante as well, but again,
Yes,
French.
yeah, French,
So,
French, yeah.
So they go down.
And if you want
Technically
to go like technical like that, Desailly,
Yes.
Yeah.
Desai was another one, yeah.
he was
was
Senegalese, I
quality.
believe.
Claude Makélélé, he was born in Congo.
Yeah, he was born in Congo,
So, but yeah,
but played for France.
well, I'm sorry, I won't say the big
Was
story. but-
Desailly Ghanaian or Senegalese?
Ghanaian.
He's Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Vieira was Senegalese, right?
He
so
was,
he
yeah.
could be another
Yeah.
one.
Oh, it's
11-0.
11!
Oh no, he's
He's
been
given a
ruled
foul.
out.
Oh, what's the matter
what
with
a
this ref?
shame.
What is wrong with that?
That's
What is
another-
wrong with that?
You know, who was it? Which one of you were saying about Trent earlier on? Was it
Me.
me? Was it you?
Yeah.
3 assists tonight?
I know.
I know, it's
He
somewhere
said,
there, but...
he said, go to VAR.
What is he
Nothing
done
wrong with
wrong
that
there?
at all.
Oh, he's held him
They're
off.
both
but
doing it. That's a joke. That's a joke.
He's already been booked, Tammy, as well. How is
He
that?
has.
How have they not given that? 2 goals for him.
He said, go to VAR,
That's mental.
which is interesting. But yeah, back to the Nicky. We've got to go back to the Emmanuel thing. I won't say the whole story, but the thing is, with Emmanuel, what happened with him is that, like Lee said, he chased
I don't
the
want to
puck.
hear half a story. You have to tell me the full story.
Oh, you want me? But you said you don't want to hear the whole story. You want to hear the whole
no,
story?
I didn't say I didn't want to hear the
Okay,
whole
you
story.
said you'd rather not. Okay then. So
I
basically,
want to hear a whole story. I don't
Was he
want to
good
hear
for
half a
Spurs?
story. If I'm going to listen to a story,
Was he
I'd
good
rather
for
hear...
Spurs?
okay.
Addy Boyle, was he good when he was there?
He
I
was
think
all
he was alright. It was alright.
But the fight.
He turned us down about 4,000 times.
Really?
He
he
was going to West Ham before he came to Arsenal, wasn't he?
He
Yeah.
had one.
Wow.
He had one good season that was pretty good. can't remember who he was in a partnership with though.
Did
he had one good season, and then he was just he was okay.
He's got the thing of scoring for both against Arsenal and Spurs, hasn't he?
Yeah, he had most goals before Harry Kane. But the thing is, with Emmanuel, he was very, very silly, and he really got himself into big trouble. Because when we played Manchester City now, I remember going up there, so I was in the service station reading about it, and he was saying, he was basically cussing off. He said, some Arsenal fans, this and all that. And even before the game, I still backed him. So we come there now, and obviously we're not happy about how he's left. He's gone to Man City and all that. And there's a mural. Because there was a mural of him on Arndale Centre. So on the turnstiles now, they put his face up there. Of course, our fans saw that and started singing Adebayo and all that. That was one thing. When he scored the goal now against us, he ran like Usain Bolt, and he never did that for us.
Yeah, but that was iconic.
It's iconically stupid. No, Abbi, it's iconically stupid.
It was iconic, I can't lie.
Iconically stupid.
We ran a poll before. Should Bowen be in the England squad?
What did
no,
I say?
51%, yes, 48%.
Well, that's close,
It was very, very close.
Yeah, it was close, yeah.
That's close. And also in that...
I think it deserves a go. Everyone should have a
should
go,
have a go,
you know?
absolutely.
Well, he should have a go. He should have a go.
Top Gears, he said, best Asian player in the league of all time?
Asian.
Asian.
Has to be Son.
Son, hands down.
I'm trying to think who else there is.
Anyone but.
Park.
Tomiyasu.
Oh, yeah.
Tomiyasu.
Shout out.
Ji-Sung Park, yeah.
Kagawa. Who was the other one that was at Leicester?
Kagawa. Osaka.
Was it Osaka?
Yeah, something like that.
Osaka.
Joa. But Osaka, is it Osaki? Someone
Osaki, that's
There
it,
isn't
Osaki.
many, is there?
I think it probably
There's
has to
a
be Son if
few.
you base it on.
Probably.
Probably. Kind of has to be. I mean, Ji-Sung Park was a great player.
No,
as well,
not as good as Son.
Who's that one who used to play for Everton?
Son's a good player.
What about Lee Teo? He used to play for Everton.
No.
At Manchester City.
No.
He was okay.
But Tomiyasu is the next best thing.
Take him. Yeah, I suppose Son is a good shout.
Who was the one, the Japanese guy that Arsenal...
Inumachu was saying. Inumachu, what's his name?
No,
What was his name?
Junichi Inamoto.
Inamoto,
Yeah, he was only on loan.
Just to give him a shout out, the new guy who's at Wolves,
Yes.
Swang.
Yes, Swang,
really good player so far. Enjoy watching him play.
Yeah, a wicked player. And the funny thing is, with Junichi, when we won the league, he was I don't even remember about Highbury, when we went unbeaten, the Invincibles, he was the first one to get his medal. And he didn't even make an appearance. He did not start one game. He was the first one to get his medal.
Minamino,
yes.
He hasn't really took off at Liverpool though.
Kyogo for Celtic is really good. I've never seen him, I can't really comment, but thank you for the shout.
All right. I'm thinking of Asian players.
Kenzuki Honda didn't play in the Premier League.
No, we didn't play in the Premier League. Kenzuki Honda's a wicked player. He didn't play in the Premier League, nor did Nakamura as well.
I wonder if
Nakamura, there was some shouts in there.
I don't know what they're like now, but like the Asian players were fantastic at table tennis, weren't they?
They're still on. They're still on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're still on.
Yeah.
And badminton as well.
That's disappointing.
Have you ever watched?
Yeah, mate.
I've seen it. I don't know how they hit. I don't know how they hit so hard.
They do it. They're sort of like.
It flies off the. They're incredible.
It's incredible to watch.
They are incredible.
Right, we've got another super chat who says, here's a question for you. Who's got the best fans in London? Got to be West Ham. This is that Kai views again. He obviously loves West Ham.
He's got to be West Ham.
Who's got the best fans in London? Got to be
have.
West Ham. Come on, you Hammers. We are absolutely massive.
Yeah,
well, the thing
West
is,
Ham ain't got the best fans.
No, West Ham, not the best. I don't think they're the best. One of the best.
We are the best.
No, you're
in
not
London. Yes, we are.
No, you're not the best. Nicky, how can you prove you're the best?
Olas,
I'll put Oren in front of you.
Over land and sea.
I'll tell you. We went to Zagreb. We sold out Zagreb with a week's notice. No one even knew that there was going to be we had a 60,000 capacity.
That's because you've not been to Europe for so many years.
We had a 60,000 full house in a League Cup game, in a midweek game. When's the last time you could say that at the Emirates?
The computer's saying Crystal Palace.
I actually think that's a very good shout.
I think it's a very good shout.
Yeah, but Nicky, you're saying that we could say that when we lost our first 3 games, we sold out Brentford, we sold out Man City.
Yeah,
we saw that West Brom on a Monday
Arsenal
night.
saying they sold out is not completely accurate, as we've seen over the years.
But
it's not.
Yeah, but Abbi, you're saying
I'm
that.
talking about home.
Home is different. Home is different.
where I
West Ham are good.
admire
West Ham are
West
good.
Ham fans, and I feel
Imagine
sorry
all
for
the
them.
shit we've been.
Is that they took away Upton Park, by the way, was the most, apart from White Hart Lane, the most iconic.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
atmosphere.
The bowling ground, yeah.
From an away sort of thing. It was always electric there. Hostile, fantastic stadium. They took that away to go to where they are now.
Yeah.
You know, and took all, like when for us and for Tottenham, you still got all the pubs, still got all the
Restaurants,
that,
local
like,
things,
everything's around to go to. They took all that away from West Ham.
They did, yeah.
But it's not only that, Lee.
Shocking.
It's that, like, it's different, isn't it? Because in your lifetime, Tottenham have won something. In your lifetime, Arsenal won lots of things.
Yeah.
I've never seen West Ham win a fucking. Can I swear on you?
Yeah.
Well, you just have.
You can.
I haven't seen West Ham win a bean, mate. A bean. And
As of yet,
a lot
as
of
of yet.
people my age have never seen West Ham win a. We've been in seen West Ham win games at times, and we travel non-stop
Yeah, that's
across
true.
Europe. We've got
Yeah, I'll give
into
you
Europe, across
that.
Europe.
That's true, that's
we
true.
travel.
That's true.
We sell out every away ground. We take a massive following with us.
Yeah.
There is no one, and like you know, Lee, when you're not doing too well, it's harder to
Yeah,
get
it
people.
is.
That's
in
what I
your
said.
it's harder to get people at White Hart Lane. It's harder to get people at Chelsea, and we ain't seen them win a fucking thing. Nothing.
That's true, that's true.
Say it with your chest.
Oh wow.
No, I agree with that. So
No,
from that point of view, I would put West Ham
When you
above
got
Arsenal
when
and
you got
Spurs.
relegated as well, things
For
like
that
that.
reason, I would
Yes,
put
they did
Arsenal,
get
I would put them
relegated,
above us because we've been spoiled.
We have been spoiled. We have been spoiled. And that's what I mean. That's why I had to go to Manchester United fans.
I think Crystal Palace is a good shout. West Ham, you know what I mean?
Crystal Palace
is a good shout.
Crystal Palace is a very good shout. They've got fantastic fans. They
Whoa,
love it.
I
Down
don't
there.
know.
Someone actually raised a
They've
very
got
good
drum.
point. I love that stadium.
Oh, ref.
Anis said, "Funny that Lee or Ty have not mentioned Aubameyang when talking about great African players."
Oh yeah.
Of all time. Of all time.
You
We're
didn't even
talking
give him a
all time.
shout.
yeah,
I thought
No,
that
but
you
of all
guys.
time, yeah, but you can't really because he's still playing now. So it's hard to say, you know what I mean?
You were saying people like. Who was you saying?
I think, like, you know, for me, Aubameyang's a great.
He's a great player, but I don't.
He's
I
not.
don't- I think
He's not in the.
I don't know. I don't.
I
know.
think
like Kolo Touré
Do you
and-
think that Aubameyang's a great goal
Yeah, but
scorer,
Kolo Touré is an invincible.
but he ain't a
Nicky.
great footballer. He's
don't
old
mean
up
that, that don't
play,
mean
ain't
shit.
very good.
That don't mean nothing.
No, it does because he was a very, very good player for us.
And
And he went to
Invincible.
Manchester City, and he went to but he went to Manchester City and won the league. Kolo. He went to Man City and he won the league as well.
Kolo was a good centre
Was
half.
Luis Boamorte an invincible?
He's Portuguese.
Yeah,
He was. He wasn't invincible.
No, he
right?
wasn't. No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
No.
He wasn't actually. No, he wasn't.
What he wasn't
He
there.
won a double in
No, he
98.
wasn't an invincible. No, he won the double in '98. Then he went to Southampton.
But he's Portugal. Portuguese.
Portuguese. Yeah. That's right.
I don't know what that means. I said, was he invincible? No, what I'm saying
thought
is,
you said he was
he's saying,
No.
I was saying, how can you not shout Aubameyang and you've shouted Kolo Touré?
Because he's
and he
invincible.
said, but he's an invincible. I said,
Yeah.
but what
Oh,
Luis Boamorte
for
ain't
Christ's
And
invincible?
he won the league.
Ty.
And won the league with Manchester City as well.
Okay,
He was a
right.
good defender, but
Okay,
he
then,
ain't
so-
in the top.
Unfortunately, I've got to read this super chat. Everywhere they go, Tottenham get battered. Everywhere they go. Thank you very much, Louis. That's great.
Oh, Abby, you're very magnanimous. I wouldn't leave that out.
Weezer's Blue album said, "Best European away atmosphere you've ever been to." Lee,
Ooh.
Best.
European atmosphere away.
Oh, why? I would have to say Paris, PSG.
PSG.
That was unbelievable. They were mad.
Yeah, you got it right.
Oh,
Daniel.
I'll tell you. Oh yeah. I'm going to say something in France as well, and I will say it's not for the thing. We played Lyon. Remember when we got to the final? Did we? I think we got to the European final, and who did we? I think we lost. UEFA Cup final when we lost to Galatasaray on penalties. And I've got to say, one of the friendliest. We played Lyon, and we were sitting right next to them, and we were leading 3-1, and no word of a lie, they were shaking our hands while the game was going on, and I've never ever. Because imagine they knew they were going out. Their fans were offering their hands to us when the game was going on, and I think that's incredible. So I've got to say Lyon.
Okay.
Was it Auxerre? No, sorry, Nantes. They were absolutely incredible.
Make up
All
your
right.
mind. What about you, Abby?
My
Abby.
best atmosphere.
Dortmund?
Dortmund is unbelievable. Juventus for me, I loved it. I thought Juventus was a great stadium atmosphere, the whole thing. But I think you're probably right. Yeah, Dortmund. I've been there quite a few
Where was
times.
it? Newport for you?
Swansea.
Right, so that is the end of the game. Of course, 10-0 England, literally storming there. Lee, your prediction came in.
Yeah, I did say that.
Congratulations.
Thank you, no problems.
Any points to pick out of that second half?
Didn't even watch it.
No, obviously, for me, from an Arsenal point of view, Bukayo and Emil Smith-Rowe got their go, and I thought Connor was unlucky to hit the post. And
Gallagher, that's Gallagher. Who's Connor?
Connor Gallagher, yeah.
You said Connor.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Yeah, but you said Connor only.
That's all right. Can I not say Connor?
Sorry, Lee Jones.
So you're informal with
and
other players, but not other players.
also Tammy with I think a wonder strike.
Tammy's right.
It was a brilliant goal by the way.
Yeah,
off his 5 boss.
Bellingham getting his good first goal as well.
No,
he was disallowed.
Did it?
Yeah.
Was you asleep at that point?
I think we were talking about something else.
There's so many goals.
So many goals.
I forgot what one.
It's been a lively stream.
It has been a lively stream. Right, we are going to wrap up shortly because I'm starving. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
Lee,
absolutely.
thank you very much.
Oh, I've had a fantastic time.
Had a
Thank you very
great
much.
time as usual. We've got a whole car journey back.
We've got a whole chat.
He'll be loving that, won't you, Lee?
Oh, in the boots.
Yeah. Nick, had a nice evening?
Yeah, it's lovely. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Lovely.
Have you had a lovely time?
Oh, I've had a wonderful time.
Wonderful.
Ty, in your Don Robbie t-shirt?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Well, I'm so glad you've had a lovely time. And of course,
Thank
Premier
you.
League is back this weekend.
And also, before we go, thank you, Abbi, as well.
Thank you very much.
Without doubt, the first host.
Thank you very much, guys. Yes, the Premier League is back this weekend. Of course, that means the Premier
Come
League.
on,
The
it is so
weekend,
much
the Premier
better.
League preview show will return on Thursday with myself and Flex. So make sure you look at the trailer that's coming up next. And we will see you all on Thursday and look forward to the Premier League being back.
Yes, good luck, Arsenal, to all Arsenal and Nigeria as well. We got a game tomorrow, so all our teams.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Please.
That's quite hard to say. Where
Will be discussed.
I've forgotten the whole thing already.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Hey guys, I'm Abbi and this is the weekend Premier League preview show right here on the Don Robbie channel with myself and of course Flex.
Yeah.
Score predictions.
Yes.
Tell me.
Arsenal are going to do that Arsenal thing where everyone expects them to lose, their own fans expect them to lose. They should lose,
Yep.
but I don't think they will, and I think it's going to be 1-1.
Norwich are going down, surely. They are going down.
You would imagine
at this moment in time.
Sorry, any Norwich fans, you're probably thinking the same thing. Well, we'll be discussing the latest Premier League games coming up for that weekend, your team news, and making our predictions. Make sure you guys tune in, don't miss out. That was perfect.